Welcome back. Top of the week. I guess the first official Monday, working Monday of 2025 for everyone else.
Yes.
Saw everyone on their IG story saying, damn, back to work. And I was like, we recorded through the entire holiday.
Yes. Feels good to be back.
So this is just a regular Monday for us. I didn't feel it at all. Just was,
Well, I mean, in the New York area, it's a little snowy. I like a little snowy Monday.
Yeah, it was cute snow too.
Yeah.
I like snow.
Yeah. Some snow, man.
Congestion pricing happened at the same time.
Yes. Wonderful time to be a New Yorker, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Snow, pay more money to get into the snow and the traffic, then sit in the traffic, then pay $500 for parking.
Listen, we don't have to get too much into it because I guess it is local, but I have seen it all over the news, no matter where the you're at, because we're the first city implementing this congestion pricing thing. For those that don't know, it already costs to go from Jersey to New York for like $21. Adding another $9 to that, all the bridges that never had a toll now have a toll. This is nuts. It's a money grab. Today, yes, the streets were a little lighter with traffic coming in, but I don't think it's really going to change. I think traffic's going to be the same.
Traffic's still the same.
This is just a money grab. I don't think they're going to fix anything with MTA. So right now, it's either you pay fucking $30 to come into the city or you get burned alive on the N train.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
But have no fear.
Cops are on their phones.
The Big Don is back. He's coming back soon. I think this will only last a month. We won't see this anymore.
Trump did say he would get rid of it, but I was reading an article that said it's not that easy. The president doesn't have as much authority on this as one would think. But I would love for him to get rid of it. With that said, happy birthday to Maul. We were going to get you a cake, but we ran out of time and we spent it on the tolls. But happy January 6th to you.
Yes.
It's like your second birthday.
Yes.
Your rebirth to the Stars and Stripes.
The Democrats threw a party and a surprise party for us.
The Tea Party. So yeah, technically, I guess with your rebirth, you're 4 years old. Is that the case? Okay.
Yes. It's my fourth birthday. Yes, absolutely.
After your rebirth?
Yes.
Born again? When you got your first communion. Right on those steps.
A lot happened.
Yeah, a lot did happen. Also, happy Founders Day to all the good brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. It was over the weekend. I even went out on Saturday night.
What'd you do?
I went to Passaic, New Jersey in the hood. Went to a Founders Day party.
Oh, okay.
I was partying with women that were born after 9/11. It was great.
That sounds terrible. That sounds like a terrible
No, it
party.
was mainly like the area that I was in was my era. But I could see all the younger people.
Yeah.
I will say, and shout out to Walla. It was great always to hear Walla.
DJ Walla?
My guy. The young kids still kind of party to our music. I was like excited. I was like, all right, I know there's going to be half young people and then half of the old heads. But I'll get to experience what music plays outside because I don't go out very often. And when I do, it's the spots of my age that's playing All About the Benjamins for 10 minutes straight. They listen to the same music as us.
They're supposed to.
Their era has no classic records.
No, they got drill. They got a few drill records that's classic records.
It wasn't really a drill environment. I mean, there was definitely some people in there that would drill you and they didn't pat anyone down. So I'm glad that Walla kept it like fun and light.
More R&B.
Yes. Sexy drill.
Yeah, Cash Cobain all night.
But it was a good time. I was just disappointed that I didn't get like the full young kid experience of their music. I mean, I even tried to listen to Baby's album on the way there to get in the mind state, which we'll get to.
Am I allowed to go to the Founders Day party?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just
you'd have to pay.
I have to pay to get in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's all right.
Also, it was like, this is going to sound a little elitist, but it was nice to go to a party like in the hood. Bottles were like $125. I was like, oh, let's go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see $125. Yeah. We need 5.
Oh, we ran out? Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll get the next 3. It's all good.
Yeah, that was great. But it was cool. I think bottle girls of the younger age are a little bit more aggressive than when I was.
No, younger girls are more aggressive.
Yeah, they're really forward.
Yeah.
And they don't really take no for an answer.
No, they let you know they need a bill paid immediately. Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know if it was just weird coincidence. The only other white person in there ended up being my father's closest childhood friend's daughter. Very odd. That's not weird to you? It was weird as fuck to me.
How does she look?
Like her dad.
Never mind.
No, she's pretty, but she's red hair and white. You think that's like my style?
That's definitely off your menu. You're not.
Everyone thought that was like actually my sister, and I was like, funny you ask. Like we're technically like have some relation.
Yeah, we're cousins.
Like I called her dad uncle my whole life. Yeah. I think I met her once. She said she had been to my house before. I was like, wow, this is very odd of the
Mhm.
only 2 white people that are here.
Yeah.
I thought it was, one of those moments you're in the right place.
Well, happy
people
Founders
love
Day.
collecting redheads.
Hmm?
Black people like collecting redheads.
Black
We're
people?
like Pokemon.
Yeah, they like them. I don't
Black
know why.
people?
They like redheads.
A lot of redheads do just.
Why are you saying they like you not a black woman?
Because I don't collect redheads.
But you said black people.
Where would you keep them if you did? Like in your basement, or
No, on a podcast set.
we don't really need much light, so
Yeah, y'all like, now that I think about it, y'all like gremlins. Can't eat after midnight, can't get wet. And you can't.
where did you land on that? I ate after midnight on Saturday.
Yeah, redheads are like gremlins, man.
Definitely ran into some ghosts of pussy past, but like college, like
How she look?
better.
Oh, I love that. I love when they look better.
And
Like when you crush them and break their heart and they come back stronger. It's like, oh, you little Voltron, you.
nah, she
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Love the little Voltron.
Like, what the fuck?
I love when you crush them and then they come back and they glowed up. Like, see, then you're welcome. That's what you gotta say, you're welcome.
She was cool, and it was a cool interaction. I got the vibe, which was fine, because I wasn't trying anything, that she was in a full-blown relationship. I could just tell by body language.
Mm.
And but it reminded me of just like the dummy missions I used to do.
Mm.
She lived in Philly, and I would drive at like, if this sounds so bad. I'm a completely different person.
It's regular.
Like if I didn't get any pussy at Rutgers for a weekend, I was driving at 3 a.m. down Route 1 to Philly and get there at like 4:35 in the morning.
That's when it's some good
Drive back.
though. You only doing it
Oh,
for
it's
if it's fire. Yeah, that fire had you paying some tolls for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Now we ain't got no choice though. And
again-
pay tolls no matter what in New York.
I'm a reformed person. I'm not proud of any of this. I don't think any young men should strive to do this. It just leads to a life of emptiness. It was my first time I had gotten into a line sister love triangle. I had fucked her line sister before. And then, I mean, she was throwing it. So what was a young 19-year-old supposed to do?
Fall in line.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And it ended up in the same apartment once. And yeah, it was messy.
Yeah.
I hope they've recovered because I'm not worth a lifetime bond to break
I
up.
love hearing when you your stories of driving to Philly. That's rookie shit. I drove all the way to Montreal.
With no passport.
Yeah, no, yes. Come on, they know me at the border. Let me through here, man. I'm turning right around. I'm here for 24 hours and I'm out of here.
It's nasty though at 3 a.m. to drive to Philly for some pussy. And then
That's what time we left.
leave like 10 a.m. on
That's what
Sunday.
time we left to go to Montreal. It was a phone conversation.
At least I could stay horny for an hour
Yeah.
on that drive. You had like 9 hours to be like, yo, I could just go beat
It's
off.
6.5. It's not that bad.
6.5 is crazy.
That so
No,
that
add
head.
up 6 times 3
That
because you went
head
there
was-
and back.
Well,
Then
yeah.
went back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
6.5 is crazy, Maul.
When you young, no, baby D, you ain't really got shit to do on a random, like, you know what I mean? It's just
How
like,
young were you, Maul?
Probably like 23, maybe.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a couple of years ago.
These
Like 10 years. I thought it was like 10 years ago. So you were like 32.
No. I was in my young 20s. That's when I was just doing stupid shit.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
Him doing that now and not flying would be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm about to say now. I'm like, come on, no. Put me on the flight. Hour and a half.
I think the farthest I went from Brooklyn to the Bronx. That's public
Baby D,
transportation though.
Baby,
I do that on a Tuesday.
yeah. Like, what baby D? I went from Brooklyn to the Bronx. What? That's a regular trip. Baby D don't even
I
want
don't
to
know.
go
I feel like Queens to Jersey is a long distance relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a couple trains.
For sure.
And if you don't have like Long Island Railroad money, now that's a trip.
Yeah.
Taking the A to the path, like you have to have some fire.
What about going up to like Connecticut and like, I've done that.
Connecticut's not that far though.
Yeah, but it's still like 2 hours. It's like a 2-hour drive.
You put out some good music. You put out a good playlist.
Oh, yeah.
That get you warmed up, blood hot on the way
Talk to her
there.
the whole way.
Oh, not the phone. Ooh.
Flirt the whole way. Start letting her know which exit you passing. Like,
Nasty.
yo, I just passed 76. You know what I'm saying? I come an hour and 10 and I'll be there. Like, what you doing? Cooked? All right then. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You getting your shit off the Uber driver looking back like, get this horny
Yeah.
kid out of
Just
my
passed
fucking
76.
backseat.
Yeah. Now you can share the low. Sharing the low so she know exactly when to get in the shower.
I know you would
You know
fly
ball.
out champ.
You know
but
ball.
What's the longest you've ever put a girl in an Uber to your house?
The longest, probably from Philly.
I think Philly's the longest I have.
Yeah. How Uber-
Which is surprisingly not as expensive as you thought.
It's not. That
That was actually a bad thing to find out. Because then I was like, all right, well, the Philly roster, they could be up here in an hour.
Mhm.
It's just like $300.
And it was gangster because the Uber driver, he had family in New York, so I just kicked it with him like, yo, you know what I mean? Tomorrow she gonna leave the same time. Take her back. I won't use the app. I just, you know what I'm saying, straight up cash. Because whatever it say on the app, the drivers don't get that.
They
full
only
amount.
get like 60% of that,
Yeah.
baby.
So you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, he was like, no problem. He went to his cousin's house, gave me his number. He stayed in New York for the day. Next day, picked her right up, took her right back to Philly.
Yeah, our friend Brittany is the queen of that. If we get an SUV, she'll talk to the driver and be like, what do you need to make tonight? We're going to 4 spots. And then we'll have a private driver.
Yeah, that's it.
4 cheaper than what it would have been.
Absolutely. That's the way
bounce
to go.
around in
That's
different
the way to
ways.
do it.
I get
That's
it.
the way to do it.
Did you guys do anything over the weekend?
Uh,
Celebrate Founders Day? I know everyone was really excited.
No, I didn't celebrate.
14 years of achievement.
I didn't celebrate Founders Day, but I found like $400 in one of my jackets.
Oh, shit.
So I guess it is Founders Day for me. I was going through some coats and stuff, getting rid of. Went in one of my pockets. It was $400 bills. I was like, oh, fuck $20. I found $400 in the coat.
Where my sweatshirt that you told me you was going to give me now that it's out the dry cleaner?
I didn't pick it up yet. It's in the cleaners. I got you.
You just wore it. It ain't in the stop lying.
He's
I
definitely
put it in the cleaners after I wore it. You wanted it to smell like me, baby? I didn't want to get you in no trouble with your. You know what I mean? My cologne all over it. I'm just saying, my cologne is all over it. My deodorant is in the arms and all of that. Like I ain't
nobody to smell it, my love. Nobody to smell it.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
I've given Damaris sweatpants before, like great sweatpants that she wears often.
Mm-hmm.
Would you feel away as
yeah,
Baby D's man?
Yes.
I never thought about that until just now.
Yeah, you and another nigga sweats like his balls and all that was in there, and now you.
No, I think you took the tags off it. I don't think I ever wore it, but they wore mine.
No, you.
Oh, they were brand new.
No, you wore both of those pairs.
Okay.
You didn't wear them often, but you wore.
Nah,
I got a bunch of Rory. Half my closet is Rory.
But you do know I wear drawers. Like I wasn't free. Like my balls weren't.
I don't know that. Those could have been the in the house joints that you throw on as soon as you get out the bed. You know,
no, I've never given those up.
Yeah, like
no, I got a pair of your John Elliott basketball shorts that I'm pretty sure that you didn't wear drawers with.
Which ones?
They're like camo green. Don't say you want them.
I've been looking for those.
Oh my niggas.
Nah, they good at that. They good at that.
Crazy. They look like the redneck joints, right?
Yeah.
Like if I wear them, it's crazy, but if you wear them, it's fashionable.
Yeah.
You wear those around you wear those around your boos, like stuff that you get from guys.
I've definitely had dudes say, "Oh, these ain't mine," and I'm like, not dudes, my ex. He like, these ain't mine. I'm just like, they're Rory's, and he knows. I used to basically damn near live at Rory's house, so I had a bunch of Rory shit.
Yeah, he's an understanding guy. He's a good guy.
That is kind of understanding.
Yeah, that's some understanding shit right there.
Does that work?
I'm crashing out.
In reverse?
No.
What if Damaris gave me like a big T? Like one of her sleep tees.
First of all, if you can fit one of Damaris's big tees.
Girls have really big t-shirts that they sleep in.
That they got from another guy. So now you win another guy.
No,
I tried to give a guy a Giants like practice shirt. Like it was like a Giants practice like long sleeve shirt.
You gave a guy a Giants.
I tried to give him I had a Giants practice shirt. And I tried to give it to him to
But you don't play for the Giants.
Nah.
You want to care to go further, or you just gonna leave it right there?
I've told y'all my cousin plays for the Giants.
Oh,
played for the Giants.
Okay. That's different.
Yeah.
That's your cousin played for them. That's different.
All right. Because black people use cousins so loosely, I'd have to see your 23andMe. Is that your real cousin?
That's true.
First
he got
cousin.
a point. The white boy got a point.
Cousin.
He got a point.
Do y'all have the same grandmother?
First cousin, same grandmother.
I need to see y'all at a cookout. I need to see y'all at a cookout. Something like we ain't just saying that's cousins, nah.
Yeah, half cousin. I know how that can get, so I would need to really see the paperwork on that. I don't know. Do you think Joy Taylor ever showed up with one of Skip's like blazers on?
Please. Blazers.
Where would she be showing up to with one of Skip's blazers?
With Skip's fucking Jordan 1s on?
Damn, man. Y'all
it was a nasty weekend.
Y'all was on the timeline this week and going crazy on Joy, man.
Yo, every single time I think I'm extremely manly and don't care about gossip, something like this breaks, and then I turn into a little schoolgirl and sit Indian style on my couch and giggle about all the, and I call it tea.
Yeah. I tried to. What's tea? I tried to ignore it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
This mess was too much fun.
I tried to ignore it, but y'all are getting too good with the memes. Y'all are getting too good with the Photoshop, the AI. It was very entertaining.
I mean, I'm sure most people listening to this have heard about it, but we will give some backstory. Can we get the actual woman's name that filed the suit?
Yeah, gotcha.
I'll just say Miss Faraji so I don't screw up her first name. I don't want to be disrespectful. She filed a lawsuit against Fox Sports, basically for sexual harassment against Skip Bayless. But there was also a lot more gossip and tea that was involved in this entire lawsuit. So Joy Taylor, who we know was, mediator, you would call one of the hosts on FS1,
Mm-hmm.
she became close friends with Miss Faraji. She had just moved from Miami to LA to try to get more time on Fox Sports. Miss Faraji was one of the hairdressers, I believe, right?
Yeah, she was Joy's personal hairdresser too.
So Joy Taylor was married. Her husband stayed in Miami. She was, just trying to find her community, her tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So her and Mrs. Faraji got really cool, started to go out for drinks, just became work friends.
Yeah.
Then Joy started to bring just some older guy around that was always paying for the drinks, but why not? Always need that guy.
We all know one.
Get the dirty martinis or whatever they said in there. They were very specific of what he was ordering.
Mm-hmm.
He would come around and, sometimes you get that body language shit of like, oh, they're definitely fucking. Like y'all are giggling too much with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Knees are too close.
Mm-hmm.
The more we drink, the closer y'all get and y'all leave together. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't judging her.
Right.
She's married, but cool, whatever. That's her life. Now, Miss Faraji, like a year later, is in the office and runs into this gentleman in the elevator. It was like, yo, you know that old guy that always buys us margaritas? I just seen him. And she was like, chill. That is the head of content at Fox Sports.
Mm.
Now, in the midst of this, both Joy and Charles Dixon?
Charlie.
Head of content. Both people are married here. So I guess everyone has something to lose. I guess that's a good affair. I'm not here to judge. He suggests to Skip, when they start the Skip and Shannon Sharp show, that she should be the moderator. She has no real experience whatsoever. She's a bartender and did a few clips on FS1.
Mm-hmm.
Since they were fucking, he did what most people that love Mad Men do. Just give the chick that you're fucking the biggest role for the new show with no real credibility whatsoever.
You know what that mean? Joy was in there turning him out.
So I'm actually not quite sure why this is even specifically in this lawsuit, because it kind of has nothing, it's wrong, but it has nothing to do with the sexual harassment. Skip is the real nasty accuser here. And again, this is all alleged. Skip was trying to sleep with the hairdresser. He walked up to her, grabbed her ass one time.
Skip was handsy?
Joy Taylor said, yo, just let that shit go. And I believe Mr. Dixon grabbed her ass. But Skip had offered her, what was it, 1.5 million to fuck?
Stop right there, Rory. Skip Bayless. What camera am I? Skip.
Camera 2.
Skip. Ain't no pussy worth $1.5 million. Let's just be, come on. Like, I get it. You got it. You got it to give. But 1.5 million?
Listen.
See, that's what's wrong. Yeah, the inflation on pussy is out of control.
If I'm making 8 million, which is incredible, 1.5 million is still a lot of fucking money.
Oh, absolutely.
For some pussy?
Yeah, like, come on, Skip.
And again, very attractive woman. Go ahead, Damaris.
So I do want to clarify, because, defend all women, we're not going to play with Joy like, oh, Joy she had no experience or nothing like that. She went to Barry University in Miami. She was an intern and she produced for a bunch of Miami radio giants before landing a position as co-host of 104.3 FM 790's The Ticket, Zaslow and Joy show. She worked as a host of Thursday Night Live and Fantasy Football Today on CBS Sports before she even moved to LA for FS1. So let's not just say that she had no experience.
Okay. I will reword it to make you and the feminists feel better. They were suggesting that, yes, of course, she moved from Miami to LA to work in sports. Before she had even met that guy, she was qualified to at least have a position within sports media and was working radio and also being a bartender. I respect the hustle.
And she grew up around the game. Her brother's a Hall of Famer.
I'm not saying she was just some random chick off the street,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone, including Skip Bayless, was suggesting that she didn't have the experience for that exact role yet.
Okay.
Not that she didn't have any, but she wasn't the one that should have stepped in, especially that Skip and Shannon
There were other people at the
was
network.
like one of the biggest
there were other
announcements.
people at the network that probably were due up for that.
Yeah.
position.
And suggested in this paperwork that Charles Dixon had asked Skip, can you do this favor for me to
Mhm.
put her on? So that's where people were like, all right, she's not, there's a million other people we could have hired in this
Mhm.
position. This is a little funny, but let's not act like that hasn't happened a million fucking times.
Right.
Within every industry, not just entertainment.
It also doesn't hurt that she is gorgeous. So
Yeah, for sure. And I never minded her on the
what
show.
you looking at me like that for?
But you could tell, did you guys watch that show?
The game? Yeah, I saw it.
You could tell Skip didn't like that girl up there. He always kind of gave her a little look and an attitude more than he ever had with Molly or anyone else. Like, you could tell Skip did not want that girl there.
Yeah. I thought it was because Skip
from the rip.
I thought it was because Skip was gay, but
So what's funny that you say that? When all this came out, before I read anything, the first thought I had was, is someone exposing Skip Bayless for being gay? That was the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, finally, he can live his truth.
Yeah, I always thought Skip was gay. Like,
either gay or, and I'm not saying gay people are creeps, but he was either gay or a creep.
Yeah.
Separate, but he,
and when
selfies with the shirt off.
When you're gay and a creep, oh man.
You're a hero.
You're that's freedom. That's called being free.
So Skip allegedly, he claims that Joy Taylor was even trying to hit on him in the beginning and he turned it down. He was trying to offer the hairdresser $1.5 million to fuck and then came on to her.
But what's the 1.5? Like, how did he land on that?
I mean, I talked to his accountant. What's the most I could spend this month on a big... you know when Leon hits you at the top and like, yo, you have any big purchases I should know about at the top of the month so I could balance out your checkbook?
Yeah. 1 point landing on
I'm actually trying to purchase some pussy for 1.5 million.
1.5 is
and how do you write
crazy.
that? First of all, this is how poor I am in relation to this entire thing. How do you send a woman $1.5 million?
Well, it's installments. You send a wire out.
But at some point, like...
And you got to make sure you do it at the top of the year so, file taxes on that. She get the whole year to kind of...
I know a lot of business managers and accountants are used to having discretion and not asking about certain things because they know more about you than your own partner of your purchases. Like they know when that probiller.com comes up, they know what time it is with that. They see what you've cash apped. They know a lot and don't ask questions when they don't need to. Not their job. They're just there to make sure you pay your taxes. If I put 1.5 million in installments to a girl, Loyan's asking me what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, but you have to.
Yeah, but you ain't got Skip Bayless money.
I know. No, I'm saying I wouldn't even know how to send that type of money to a girl. Like even sending my mom money is in $100 installments.
No box out here worth $1.5 million. I don't care what y'all talking.
Well, and at that point, you have to like hire her, right? You can't just off the whim.
He did
take that tax.
FS1.
But that's not coming out of Skip's. FS1 was paying her. Skip wasn't paying her.
They probably worked it out in his contract.
She was the hairdresser.
His hairdresser.
That was not coming from Skip Bayless LLC. She was working on every other show.
But that's his
She'd
hairdresser.
been there since 2012, before Skip was even there.
Yeah, but that's his hairdresser now. Skip's hair looks great, right? Yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
And now we know why.
He came on to her, and she was like, first of all, Skip, you have a wife. And Skip's reply to that is, aren't you Muslim? Your dad probably has 3 or 4 wives. And then she did what I guess was the best move in that awkward situation, because I'm sure that was very uncomfortable for her. She pulled the yo, my dad's dead card and really made the mood weird in the dressing room. Like, have you ever heated someone up about like, when you were a kid, mother joke or whatever, and then they hit you with the big joker? My mom's dead. And you're like, all right, well, I'm leaving the lunchroom now.
So where does Joy Taylor fall in all of this?
So
because it's alleged that she was saying that she was going to scream sexual harassment or sexual.
So one of the things named in the lawsuit is, well, the girl is suing Joy as well because she's basically saying after her friendship with Joy ended, she started losing work. Joy said that she wanted a black stylist, like she requested a black stylist, and they slowly started like taking her out of work, and then they fired her.
So now she's ringing the alarm.
Yes. But one of the things she said that Joy said when she was friends with Joy, she warned her, hey, Mr. Dixon, the head of what Rory said is the head of content for FS1, he has a lot of power. You should be careful with sleeping with him. And allegedly Joy said, well, I have power too, because if he tries to fire me, I'm just going to say that he forced himself on me. This is what the girl is saying.
Nuts.
Yes.
See, that's the part. And we want to be respectful to people that really are in workplaces, and sexual harassment is real and things like sexual assault is real. We understand that. But I have a problem with if you're there and you're experiencing these things and it's a problem, but because you're getting paid, you still deal with it and you don't say nothing. I feel like when you leave, if you get fired, you shouldn't be able to say nothing either.
Why?
No.
Why do you feel that?
No.
That's
because
a crazy take.
So you sitting there, so the money makes it, you can deal with it because you're getting a check?
People have bills.
Wrong is wrong. Yeah, but again, right is right, wrong is wrong. If you're being sexually harassed at the workplace, I don't care what they paying you. If you feel like you don't want to deal with that, okay, then say something while you're there. Don't wait till now they're not paying you anymore and you don't work here to now be like, oh, well, I was sexually harassed while I was there. Okay, so why you didn't say something while you was working there?
She had said when she was still friends with Joy Taylor, Miss Frost, she said, yo, he grabbed my ass. And Joy was like, you should just forget about it and move on. A lot of women are put in that position that one, they won't be believed. And now you have a stain where you can't even get hired anywhere else because you went to HR to talk about sexual assault, and they'll bury it. Like, had she not said anything, we would not know anything about this.
Okay, so
it's tough
saying
for women.
something when you leave when you're fired does what?
Well, it's just a lawsuit, so she's trying to get money like out of it.
So why she couldn't try to get money while she was there? She could have quit while she was there if she was sexually harassed while she was there.
Yeah, but quit and pay her bills with what? Gum?
Yeah, I'm just not. See, I'm just right is right, wrong is wrong. If somebody grabs your ass in the workplace, right then and there, that should be a problem, and somebody should be told about it.
Unfortunately, some women are in the mind state that this is just how it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, this is just something I have to deal with, which is so fucked up that women would even have to have that mentality that this is going to happen anywhere. It doesn't mean anything. Like, I just have to keep my head down and keep working. Because the moment you say something, where are you going to get hired again? You're the hairdresser that cries sexual harassment. Nobody's hiring you.
No,
so listen. At this point, now, not only do I have to deal with that, but I was still working. Now you're trying to phase me out while sexually harassing me?
Oh, yeah. Now
I'm fucking suing you.
Say something. Yeah.
Listen, I understand it's tough. In certain work environments, it's a lot on women. I get that. But it's also a thing of, if you're being sexually harassed, like, no money should come before that. That's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck how much money you making. If you're being sexually harassed, the money means nothing.
You keep saying the money means nothing. Money means something.
Yeah, but not if somebody's grabbing your ass at the workplace.
If you have to pay, you know what people deal with to be able to feed their family?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Every day I walk past them and I talk to some of them. I know.
Yeah. Shit is real.
What does that mean?
Okay.
You gonna just let your ass get grabbed because you're getting a check? Go be a fucking stripper if that's the case.
All right. That's all right.
If you're gonna deal with your ass getting grabbed,
look at the two people.
If you're gonna deal with your ass getting grabbed,
that were sexually harassing her allegedly was Skip Bayless. We know how powerful Skip is in that world, and then the head of content of Fox Sports. Those are two of the more powerful people in her entire work world. Yeah, she doesn't think that she could just run and be like, "Yo, Skip said I should fuck him because I'm Muslim and it's okay because he's married." Yeah, she's not going to do that. There's two most powerful people in her world, by far.
So wait till I get fired and do it.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
Okay, you're also not a woman.
To me, yeah. I'm a man, though, but it makes no sense to me.
Okay.
Because I'm getting a check, I'll deal with it. But then I'm not getting a check. Oh, that was wrong. It's wrong whether you're getting a check or not.
It was wrong, but there's a certain... I can't do anything like... You know what? Actually, we've explained it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Don't make sense to you.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm glad you said that. It doesn't make sense.
No problem.
Not that we really care what Jason Whitlock really ever has to say, but he did bring up...
No, don't do it. He makes points sometimes. Don't do that.
All right, well, let's define sometimes. But he was suggesting that Shannon Sharpe was behind this entire thing. Not to say that...
Wait, how they put Shannon in this? how they roast Shannon in
this? This is Jason's point of view. He's not suggesting that woman is lying at all. He's just suggesting that Shannon Sharpe, that we know has a grudge with Skip. There was a bad fallout with that. Weird fallout with FS1. That was the whole thing. That this is Shannon's way of getting his get back at everybody he had an issue with. The head of content, Skip, everyone named in this lawsuit does have some issue with Shannon Sharpe. Now, I do not believe that Shannon Sharpe and this woman got together to try to take everyone down. But it is an interesting theory that he brings up. This is Shannon's way of doing that.
So he thinks that Shannon is the one that's blowing the whistle on this whole thing.
That Shannon Sharpe and this woman, because she says good things about Shannon in the paperwork, like he was fine, he didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Which Shannon Sharpe, outside of him fake fucking on Instagram and all that, again, we don't know these people, but Shannon doesn't really come off as a creep to me. Mm-hmm. I think Shannon being pretty honest about his personal life and not being in relationships, I don't think he's in the workplace. I think he has plenty of pussy outside the workplace and is not trying to fuck the hairdresser. Mm-hmm. Also, he doesn't have hair. Probably didn't see her.
Who doesn't have hair?
I mean, it's a little bit there.
Shannon has hair. What are you talking about?
Not for a hairdresser?
No, I think a barber comes to him and shapes him up.
I mean, you don't call it a hairdresser, but Shannon Sharpe ain't bald. He has hair.
Not for a hairdresser, though. What's he styling?
She could brush it. She could brush it. Spray some sheen on it. Get him glowing for the.
While he's smoking a black and mild,
Yeah.
Where do we think this goes? Does this cripple FS1? Like, This is a huge deal, in my opinion.
It is a huge deal. I don't know if it cripples FS1. It would be interesting to see what ends up happening with Joy at the network. What ends up happening with Skip. I could see Skip retiring. He's at that age anyway. I mean, I don't think Skip was planned on being on television many more years after this current contract is up. So I could see Skip stepping away from it, all kind of like, you know what, like I'm done. But yeah, we'll have to see. Again, this is just accusations, right?
Yeah.
Or allegations.
We haven't seen any real proof other than a couple of text messages from Skip, right? No,
yeah, that's
real,
about it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
well, Skip is probably guilty because he's married, right? Is Skip Bayless married?
I don't know.
I think he is, right?
Yeah.
He's married, right? So that's probably
just a beard in your opinion.
so
right?
probably just, he's gonna go through some shit at home if those text messages come out, and he's gonna have some questions from the wife and things like that. It'll mess up his home for sure. But he didn't. He a little handsy at work.
Well, no, Mo, you can't go up to a hairdresser and ask to fuck her and offer 1.5 million, and when she says you're married, you go, "But you Muslim?"
All right, what's worse?
That
What's
whatever
worse?
you about to say.
What's
that's bad.
worse? What's worse? Asking somebody in the workplace, like grabbing their ass, or them turning down to 1.5?
Both are awful.
Nah, turning down to 1.5 is crazy.
All right, see, no, but this goes back to your moral shit of when we argue. If you put a dollar amount to what you will do, at this point, we're just negotiating because we know you'll do it. What? You think everyone would fuck for 1.5 million? Because she didn't. If he said 2.5, would you have?
I'm just saying, that's why I'm saying it's crazy. How many women would not fuck if you be like, I'm gonna give you 1.5 million? How many women?
I don't know.
Plenty of women. When you're it's Skip Bayless. It ain't like you saying
plenty of women ain't turning down 1.5. You just sat here and said
I feel like you
they got
wouldn't
a
turn
job.
down 1.5. You be putting that shit on women a lot. When we had that same conversation when you tried to convince me that I would fuck LeBron because he would pay me. Not everybody values the same things that you value.
A lot of women ain't turning down 1.5 million.
A lot of women will. A lot of women won't, but a lot make will.
Let's not even make it let's not even make it a gender thing. If
y'all just told me she kept the job because she had bills to pay. She's a hair. How much you think she's making a year being a hairstylist?
She probably does well for herself. She's been at
How
FS1.
much do you think she's making a year being a hairstylist?
Keeping a job while you're being sexually harassed to pay your bills versus fucking for 1.5 are two completely different things.
Yes, they are. So I'm saying, you think that a woman that is saying, I want to keep my job, so I'm going to be quiet about being harassed at work, you think that her turning down 1.5 is not crazy? That's crazy for a woman to turn. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying that's shocking. Like, damn, she told Skip, nah, like I'm cool. On the 1.5, that's a lot of fucking money just to be fucking some old white dude.
Okay, let's
not act like that's crazy.
It is.
Let's say
1.5 million. You be like, yo, I'm sending the wire in the morning. Oh no, I'll send it right now.
But if that's the case, she would just go be an escort if she wanted to fuck for that amount of money. That obviously that's not what she went into. Obviously, she likes her job.
I get that part. I'm just saying I don't know many women that would say to 1.5 just to fuck one night. It's not a lot of women turning that down. Let's just keep it real in 2025, man.
Okay.
A lot of women is not turning down 1.5 million.
I'm not saying that, but clearly there are some because she turned it down.
Oh, of course. I'm not saying all women is taking it. I'm saying that's just, if a woman be like, yo, how much she offer? 1.5? Best believe her homegirl started another group chat like, I don't know, I might have took that. It's another group chat on her phone that she's not in where her girls is having that conversation like 1.5?
Not everybody willing to sell their soul for money, Mom.
Everybody got a price.
All right, let's say you are the stylist on The View. You're dressing all those old broads in Godspeed.
Whoopi down. If Whoopi come in my room talking about...
Joy Behar got 1.5 on it. Are you fucking her missionary face to face?
How does Joy Behar look? How much she offering me?
1.5.
It don't even matter how she look. I'm knocking her head off.
I'll be honest, I'm fucking Joy Behar for 1.5.
For 1.5, Joy get knocked down. I'm putting Joy through the...
I might fuck for cheaper.
1.5? If Joy put the 1.5 on the table, she getting fucked on top of the 1.5.
I love that Joy Behar is the female Skip Bayless in this situation.
Poor Joy.
1.5. You what? I could never go uptown if I turned that 1.5. Niggas, I'm like, you did what? You didn't take that? Yo, 1.5?
Well, all right, you're married.
Man, listen, we could go on a vacation after that.
Barbara Walters?
Barbara get knocked down.
If you're married, though, and you don't have $1.5 million, and then you fuck Joy Behar and get that 1.5, what are you telling your wife of where this lick you just came up from?
Yo, I got hot in the gambling spot.
Nigga.
I had the hot hand. What you
Please.
I had the hot hand.
Mall for
Yeah, I had the hot hand in the gambling spot. We out.
I think Skip will end up being fine, and pardon me for just being such a liberal cuck here. The misogyny that Joy Taylor, if this is all true, she's fucked up. But either way, let's say it's not true, she's still fucked.
Joy?
She's never coming back. There was also that she was fucking Emmanuel too, another co-host. Like, these accusations, there's no way that woman is going to get back on TV and a company feel okay about it. Just with these allegations
So you think-
of the amount of people she was fucking,
All right.
which I think is
Because
messed
we had
up
this
too.
conversation off
'Cause
mic.
Skip, I think, will be just fine.
We had this conversation off mic, and y'all was saying that, well, she can't get fired because it's just accusations. Do we think that they will force her to step down?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. As long as you're keeping the toll on that, I do think they'll force her to step down.
I completely think that.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if the head of content even makes a statement. Also, if you're Joy Taylor's husband, what are you doing in this situation? Are you making a statement?
No, you shut the fuck up.
Joy Taylor's married?
That's what was so crazy about this entire thing. She moved from Miami. Her husband stayed in Miami. She went to LA because she was following her dream. So she started allegedly fucking the head of content while her husband was still in Miami because she was lonely. They were married for a year.
Okay, she's. Oh, okay.
But Charles Dixon was also married. So it was a safer affair because everyone had something to fucking lose. But the hairdresser said that there was times when Joy and her husband and Charlie Dixon and his wife would go out together, like at work functions and shit.
Oh,
And she would just watch from a distance, like, God damn.
But Rory, you and I have been around, and we know enough people to know none of this is out of like. This is the norm.
Completely agree with you, but she's on-air talent. This changes everything. Like, yes, this is some office politics, which I've always found very fucking weird. There's so many women and men in the world. Why do you need to fuck someone at work?
Right.
Insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess I get Joy's perspective of it, of fucking her way to a great gig. Like, I fault her because she was married, not because she did it that way. If somebody sees an opportunity to fuck their way to the top, have at it. Who am I to fucking judge? People have done sicker shit than fuck their way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever.
It's better than fucking your way to the bottom.
But your reputation, which I also get. Well, to be honest, at the end of the day, you can really only fuck your way to the bottom when it comes down to it. Because with all this coming out, I think she's on her way to the bottom. This isn't going to keep her anywhere.
Who is Skip Bayless's friends?
I don't have them on Facebook.
Because 1.5, if it come out tomorrow
And risking your reputation.
that Rory sent the girl a text message saying, yo, for the 1.5, you gonna give me some ass?
I don't have 1.5 to give.
I'm just saying, if it came out, I'm gonna feel away. I'm gonna feel like I failed Rory as a friend. Because I'm gonna be like, dog, you know how much for 1.5, we could go to DR. You will, no disrespect to the hairdresser, Miss Faraji. I think she's an attractive woman.
Very pretty.
But if we go to DR, we gonna see 30 of them before we even get to the resort.
But can they do hair?
1.5 in DR, you can fuck the entire island.
But I think that goes back to the power shit in the office. Like, of course, I think Skip could go find, let's not even say an escort. I think Skip could find a woman that looks like that would just want to fuck him because he has money. That's not rare. I think he did it because it was an office thing. Like, and also that he got off on doing that to an employee.
And she kept turning him down. She also kept turning him down. I don't believe her. Sorry. I don't.
Yeah, I don't believe he offered a 1.5. I don't believe that.
That Muslim comment though was way too like.
Now Skip. Now I believe Skip got that off. Skip said that. Now that I'm rolling. I think he said that, but I don't think Skip Bayless offered her $1.5 million to fuck. I'm not rolling with that.
This whole entire
Skip been in the game too long.
Jokingly say that. Like, I'll pay 1 point because he kept going at her and she kept turning it down. I could see him at one point being like, "Yo, I'll give you 1.5."
So every day he was walking in the hairstylist room like, "Yo, 1.3," and she was like, "Nah." So it was like they were bidding. All right, I mean, well, if she was bidding, and he ain't get to the 2 yet. She probably would have folded at the 2.
Unless you're podcasting and it's a consensual conversation, I don't understand why you're talking about sex with your coworkers.
Nah, I mean, coworkers talk about sex, not us having sex together, but they talk about sex though.
Skip is a boss in that area. Like
He
don't-
should be talking
don't
about
talk
sex to
yeah.
anybody.
Oh no, I get that. I'm just saying coworkers, come on, bro. We've had jobs. You talk to your coworkers about sex. Maybe not about y'all having sex. You shouldn't do
No,
that.
of course not.
But we talk about having like sex. That's just a natural thing that people that are working together
But
will
you
have a
also
conversation.
you shouldn't really do that, especially if you're a male coworker. You shouldn't be saying that around your female coworker. You shouldn't be talking about sex around your female coworker. Just to play it safe. Just don't do it. People
that's-
listen and just don't do it.
Every
Because it
job
can
I've
make
had-
somebody uncomfortable.
Every job I've had, we've talked about sex. That's just I'm just going off again my experience.
Mhm.
Every job I've had, everybody had talked about sex. Not with each other, but sex came up in the workplace. Like we being naive here. Sex
What job
absolutely
was
came
that?
up. What job?
What job?
When I was working at the hospital.
Mm.
Absolutely. As a team.
Well, hospitals are like known for being like messy. Like
Just 'cause
jobs.
you watch Grey's
what's
Anatomy?
not for
No,
no
not
known
because
for
I
being
watch
messy?
Grey's Anatomy.
Working at a bar, you think bartenders don't talk to each other about having sex?
As a bartender, I actually have never talked to any of my male coworkers about sexual things ever. And I bartended for a long time. Never.
That's all.
I just don't know. I just feel like men, just to be safe. Everything is different and you play everything by ear, but just don't talk to your female coworkers about sex.
Oh
Just-
no! In 2025,
to
you
protect
can't
yourself.
even talk to your female coworkers if you're a man. I don't even say good morning. Maybe I say
know.
good morning to you.
No, you do not. You
I walk
don't.
right past you. Walk right past you.
The mic has to be hot. to
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. You gonna hear everything I say to Baby D. Y'all hear it. Niggas ain't gonna have me in no lawsuits.
He ain't
Nope.
lying.
Nah, I don't say nothing. I'll walk right past.
Man, when I was working at Havas, like we would do shoots in Airbnbs. Like we would rent Airbnbs in Soho to do like a week of shooting. And a lot of times we would stay there. There'd be a bunch of beds. Like if we have to shoot at 7 a.m., we're rapping at fucking midnight. Like a lot of us would just stay. And 2 coworkers started fucking. And they put me in a fucking small ass conference room, no windows, and started asking me about what they were doing at Airbnb. I was like, I was asleep. And it must have not been good sex because I didn't hear shit. And that was the God's honest truth. But apparently, I mean, they were going at it. Maybe I'm just a deep sleeper.
Yeah.
But they thought I was lying and trying to protect them. I was like, Des, I have no idea. But everyone else snitched, so
That's
they both
fucked
got
up.
fired.
That's
Yeah.
lame.
You should have been sleepwalking.
But
LiAngelo Ball.
it was kind of nasty because they were in the same like role. It wasn't like a power dynamic, but she was like damn near twice his age. That's why it blew my fucking mind.
So what was the issue if it was consensual?
Coworkers, we were in an Airbnb paid by the company out of a production budget. Like for a company like Havas being that corporate, like you can't
fuck your coworker.
if they fucked at their house, like cool. You're basically fucking in the office. It's the same thing.
But that's
They might as well went to the bathroom at the office and fucked.
But that's what they get for being cheap because y'all should have all been in your own hotel rooms.
We were in like huge Airbnbs where everyone had their own individual room and bathroom. Like it happened often. It was better than hotels for the most part. No one had to share a bathroom. You had your own room. And at that point, I was pissed because, we always gave the women the best rooms because they're women. She was in old boy's room. I could have taken her room.
That's why you was mad. That's why you dropped
I didn't know.
That's why you dropped the dime?
I thought I was getting,
he definitely did.
He sent the email.
I thought I was
Dime.
getting fired because again, I did not know what was going on. And everyone else that was there, I guess, was like only whispering amongst themselves. So when I got sat in that room, I thought I was getting fired. And they were like, did you know, and I'm not gonna say their names, obviously, they said intercourse, which I started laughing because I can't hold, like,
Don't tell me intercourse.
having like a 55-year-old
Don't say
middle-aged
intercourse.
woman
Don't say
intercourse to me.
Don't say
was
intercourse.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, don't say intercourse to me. But either way, Joy, Miss Faraji, Skip, listen, man, y'all understand, get a little horny at the workplace and, but you gotta stand behind that.
Now, before we do wrap up, does Shannon Sharp talk about this?
Absolutely.
Does Stephen A talk about this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can't wait. We talking about it. And we don't know these niggas.
Yeah.
You think if I worked with somebody for years like that and this happened, like I'm not gonna say something?
But I feel like both of them kind of have to come out and say they weren't aware. And I know, Stephen A and Skip were at a whole different network, wasn't even FS1. You do have to say I didn't know shit.
Nah, Shannon, if
Shit of me in that windowless room, bro. I have no idea who.
Shannon gonna pour some yak, he gonna talk some shit, boy.
Oh, I think you.
I try to tell you, Skip. I try to tell you, Skip. Skip, I try to tell you now. Leave them women alone, Skip.
But then that puts you in a crazy position because
What if Shannon lost his job because they didn't want to give him an additional 1.5?
that
You know
specific
what?
number. That's why Skip had it to
Like,
spare.
yo, all right, man. Like, y'all lost Shannon because Skip trying to give this young lady 1.5?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I feel for the spouses in this entire thing because that's got to be.
Yeah, man.
Bro, imagine that group chat with Joy Taylor's husband, like with the homies. I wouldn't know what to say.
She's not married.
It's her ex-husband.
Why do you
Oh,
dodging that?
I didn't know they divorced. My
He
bad.
dodged a
I don't
bullet.
keep up with fucking.
They was only
then
married
maybe
for a
he
year.
found out.
Oh, well, maybe. Nah, she wasn't at FS1 in 2017, was she? She was?
It specifically said in the paperwork she left her husband, still married, in Miami to go to LA to work with FS1.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
So-
yeah, maybe that's why.
She was definitely cheating if that is the case. I feel bad for all the women that are in sports because let's not act like that hasn't been a whole stigma forever that if a woman is working in sports, she's fucking everybody. And this just puts proof to it. And now every girl is going to have that
Well,
stigma.
sometimes women in whatever workspace they're in, they are fucking guys in the workplace.
Sometimes, but there's also a bunch of women who bust their ass to get to where they're at.
Oh, 100%.
And are also always.
It's women that bust their ass to get their position, and it's women that get their ass busted to get their position. This is nothing new. I promise you. This is all. There's people in their 70s that can be like, this was happening in the 70s. Like, it's nothing new here.
But
There's
Charlie
also
Dixon
men-
needs to be fired if everything is true here, because now I have to question your decision making as a leader. Like you're just putting women that you're fucking in the position rather than somebody that's qualified for it. Because to me, that makes the men.
But
look
what if she
nuts too.
qualified
Like,
and you fucking?
every woman is not just getting a job because some boss is fucking them. That's awful management. And I'm not saying that there aren't awful, disgusting men that do that, clearly, but not every boss is only giving positions to women because they're fucking them.
Right.
So that stigma is going to be even more now. So I feel for him.
It is what it is, man. Everybody will be fine at the end of the day. They'll end up at another network.
No, they won't.
I hope the truth comes out, and I really hope that if this isn't true, like, ain't nothing you can really do to bring Joy's career back. That's fucked up. If it isn't true, that's fucked up.
Oh, she has a podcast. She'll be fine.
Nobody with a podcast will be fine.
Why?
Podcast that is not fine.
Yo,
Yeah, she'll be fine.
I'll tell you this. If in the paperwork of her saying that if she got fired, she would just scream rape, pretty much is what she said.
Now
Allegedly.
that's crazy.
If she already has that type of mind state, I can see her going on her podcast, if this is true, and angling it that she started fucking the head of content because she felt pressured. She could spin this and become a quote unquote victim. In these times, it's very fucking easy to become one and be like, oh, I felt like I had to do it and like I was embarrassed. And like she could find a way to spin this where she looks like she was a victim in this entire thing.
Talking about Joy?
Yeah. Especially if she already has a mind state that she'll yell rape when she was having consensual sex. We already know the
that's
diabolical shit that she could come up with and make herself look like, yo, this is what women have to go through in the space. The only way I could even get a job. I felt very pressured. If I felt like I said something, my whole career would be done. She could find a way to spin this that women will attach and be like, look, she's a victim. I can see it. And Fox Sports is not going to side with Charlie Dixon if that's the case.
No. Highly doubt that.
But
well, on to another set of balls. LiAngelo Ball's viral record.
That's your transition.
Another set of ball.
No, I get what you're
LiAngelo
saying.
Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skips balls. Yeah.
FS1.
LeVar Ball.
Come on.
Skip made him a star.
Come on, they all in there.
I get it.
All right, so y'all was going crazy about this LiAngelo Ball record last week.
My 2025 predictions are live on Patreon right now, patreon.com/new Rory and Maul. And I think so far I'm 1 for 1.
How?
You set a hit record. It is not a hit yet.
That's a bona fide hit.
What's bona fide? Because we
That is going to shoot up the charts.
Man, this record ain't going nowhere, man.
It's viral. It's not a hit.
It's a viral song. It's
You don't think
LiAngelo-
Tweaking gonna chart?
No, Nelly want his style back, and Nelly he been going crazy asking for his style back all weekend. But I mean, I get it. I understand.
I hear a lot of Chameleonaire in it.
I see. I can see that.
Yeah.
I see Chameleonaire. I can hear little Nelly, little Boosie.
Yeah.
I can hear a little bit of that. Yeah, it's got a little New Orleans bounce, New Orleans flair to it, a little Midwest flair. I get it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it's a good record. As much as I get, it's a hype and it's funny to say that you love this record. I don't think it's a bad record. I think
I'm
it's
not saying
pretty
it's a
good.
bad record. I heard it once, but I probably won't listen to it again. I mean, it's cool for being LiAngelo Ball. I get the fact that it's LiAngelo Ball, basketball player, made a really good song, catchy, it's viral on social media right now. I get it, but you talking about it's gonna be a hit?
I think it'll actually last. I think it'll be a record this year. Like, I think it will come on for the remainder of the year. I really do.
See, I don't.
All he need is a TikTok dance.
And that's coming. You know it is.
I was thinking of something when I was listening.
He might swerve and bend the corner. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
3 million in 3 days.
Yeah, viral. I get it. It's a good song. It's catchy. It's definitely a catchy record. I'm seeing some DJs play with different blends and things like that with the record. I get it. I understand what it's doing, but I don't know if you will hear this record being played at the festival in June, July.
This is going off at Rolling Loud for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Come on, man. All I trust is God, Glocks, and dollars too. Like, he's speaking to me.
He was not. I could promise you, LiAngelo Ball was not speaking to you.
I could promise you were not the target
I could
audience.
promise you he wasn't speaking to you.
I mean, I hear a 3 Stacks Pocket crazy on this beat. Who did this?
All right, see, now you start putting Andre 3000.
Did Metro and Conductor come together to make this? Like, this beat is crazy. I could hear the 3 Stacks Pocket on it. I think 3 Stacks, after the Flute album, We Deserve a Verse. And I think he treats it like Walk It Out. I saw people saying Boosie or Webby would be great on a remix. I think we get a remix out of this.
I could see a remix happening. I mean, mate, listen, I felt the same way. Well, actually, no, I didn't know the Glorilla record was a hit. What was her first record that we love Glorilla for?
I'm FREE. No,
the other one.
Yeah, Glow?
no.
Man, that
Fuck
was-
nigga free. I'm FREE.
Yeah.
Fuck nigga free. That was her one.
That one.
Yeah.
Good impression.
I knew that was a hit. So I could kind of see maybe some remnants of that here. But I think the fact that it's LiAngelo Ball is what's going to stop it from, because it is a gift and a curse of, now if this was some random guy that we never even heard of.
We would never even be listening to this record. If
No,
that was some
don't do
random
that. Don't see that. It's different. It's different.
This
'Cause
definitely caught steam because it was LiAngelo Ball and it was like, oh, this is actually pretty fucking good.
But then he
Yeah.
debuted on somebody's stream. Yeah, so he debuted it on
Yeah,
the
and
stream.
that was because of who he was. His brother was playing it on Instagram. Like, he's definitely had the ball roll out.
So that's what I'm saying. The fact that it was that, I think, is what's making it this. But I think there's a ceiling in that. Because, when you're a ball player, when you're an athlete, like, it's not, you're mute. When you try to jump into music, you have a ceiling.
But I don't think he's
not-
been successful enough in ball for it.
I mean,
to matter.
he's not in the NBA, but I mean, the fact that he is a ball brother, I think that's going to hinder it a little bit. Versus if this was like a YN from the Midwest that's really in the streets selling pills and busting Glocks. Like, if it was that type of kid, I could see that him getting a remix and then it really going crazy. Like, but with it being LiAngelo Ball, I think there's a cap on it.
But this is the first time we've seen an athlete outside of AB, of course. AB put that shit on. That tried to make a record that I feel like would lean into party and hits. Like, Damian Lillard to me is the best rapper, basketball player ever. But his albums are shit that like I like. He's like really rapping on this shit. This is a hit. This is a song for the party.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen athletes really try to do that before. Even when Shaq was doing it, he was rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those were hits, but he was rapping.
Shaq got hits. Don't say someone. Shaq got
Kobe,
hit
he was trying to rap. He wasn't really in pocket.
Mhm.
Iverson was making fucking cop killing music.
Mhm.
That wasn't playing on the radio.
Yo, please.
Like, we've only seen athletes try to be lyrical.
Yeah.
This is the first time that we haven't. So I don't think it'll hinder the way it has with other athletes. Like, people are just viewing this as a good record now. And he got a lot of steam because
Good
of who he
record.
is.
Good record. He's viral with right now. Good record though.
So I am 1 for 1. I don't need flowers yet. I told you guys the two-tone red and yellow roses I like a lot, but
Mhm.
whenever you guys want to put
You said
together.
peonies, right? You're a peonies
Yeah.
guy. Got you.
So maybe a sunflower.
yeah,
I don't know.
I got you.
peonies,
But one for 1 already.
Huh?
peonies, baby.
Peonies?
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm taking we know your pronunciation is like, are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right.
It's my favorite flower.
Peonies?
Peonies.
Peonies.
Yes,
Gotcha.
not peonies.
Peonies.
Technically-
Hydrangeas. Hydrangeas, right? Is that how you say it?
Hydrangeas, I think.
Hydrangeas. Okay.
Yeah.
In a $140 hydroplane.
No, Rory.
technically I'm 2 for 2 or 1.5 for 1.5.
No, don't see. 'Cause now you're trying to parlay it into the Nicki thing you predicted. Cut it out.
I mean, we set it off mic,
Cut it out. Cut it
but I
out.
can see it happening.
All right. Well, you got time. It's only January. You got time.
But crazy out the gate.
I will
6
say,
days in.
I will say,
I am smoking. You guys laughed at my list on Patreon. I am out the gate.
I will say it's looking like, all right, hold on. You might have some info that you might be inside trading right now. Like, all right, man. You might have heard about some things coming down the
I'm
pipeline.
texting LeVar and
like you knew about some shit.
And Kenneth Petty.
It's all right though. It's all right. But you looking all right though. You looking all right. You might make the bubble.
And also, what I need my flowers for, I got a Drake shout out. I got my own timestamp now from Drake.
Oh, the Fighting Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Wait, you didn't think that was for me?
No, not at one time did I ever think that was for you, Rory. No.
Over the weekend, on Conductor's YouTube page, I wouldn't even call it a snippet. It was a video of Drake rapping over a Conductor beat of something that he had just written. Who even named it Fighting Irish, by the way? Because that was not on any like official thing. People just deemed it Fighting Irish, which I thought was a hard title because we'll get to the reason why. But
well, the video was originally posted on his photographer's page.
yeah,
I'm not sure if she captioned it that or not.
it wasn't. And then it got to Conductor's page, and then everything obviously got taken down by Universal, which we'll also get to because I thought that was interesting in the middle of this entire back and forth that Drake has with Universal. But it had the timeline in a fucking frenzy because this is the first time since Heart Part 6 that we really heard a response from Drake about everything that happened in the last 6-7 months. There was stuff in 100 gigs that was here and there, certain things, but nothing that felt like an official response to what was going on. This entire thing feels like a shot at LeBron James. I think that's why people called it Fighting Irish, because obviously LeBron used to play, was it St. Mary's? Where their mascot was the Irish. It comes out the gate. I don't know. I think it's not just a LeBron diss. I think it's overall all the people that he was cool with that ended up buying a ticket to the Amazon show. And just everyone that he saw. Switch sides. But this put, again, the timeline back in a full fucking split where everybody was either absolutely hating it or thought it was the greatest thing. Can we get to a place in 2025? Why are people hoping for bad music from artists? Like, I'll never understand that logic. I understand we're in the era that everyone chose a team and everyone that didn't even like hip hop before now has decided to take the Kendrick side, which is fine. He's an incredible artist. I'm glad more people are Kendrick fans. Why on earth, as a consumer, this shows to me that you're just not a fan of music. Why on earth would you want bad Drake music? Why on earth would you want bad Kendrick music? Why would you want bad SZA music? Because she's with TD. I don't get this new stand culture.
People want bad music?
People were celebrating that they thought this Drake snippet or leak was bad. To the point that they were were searching ChatGPT and did this whole theory of when Drake uses shun at the end of every bar. People were just finding ChatGPT verses, like make a Drake verse with shun as the last syllable. And they were pretty funny. I can't lie. Like, ChatGPT did come up with some great, 9 a.m. at ChatGPTs. They were fucking great. But I don't know. I just found it odd that, of course, I've already accepted this weird stan culture on both sides. But I thought, when we got Drake to rap again, that I'm not saying you have to like it, but the celebration and hope that Drake continues to put out music that they deem awful. And also the people that did once like an artist, but now that they've chose this other team, they discredit everything that they used to like about that artist.
But that's not just with artists. That's with in life though. That's just a thing that people do.
Why?
Because that's what people have been waiting for. They've been waiting for a moment to say, oh, he's not as good or she's not as good as y'all thought she was, or that, this person's not as dope as y'all thought they were. People are waiting for that moment for you to look like you slipped or you had, a moment where it wasn't your best effort, to then kind of anything after that going to say, see, look, I told you this person was never this good anyway.
But I've objectively had criticism for Drake since CLB. I mean, I love the 21 Savage one. Honestly, never mind. CLB, nah. I didn't go into For All the Dogs hoping to be right. I wanted the music to be good.
Right.
Now, it wasn't my favorite Drake album, but I'm not sitting here now because I was like, hey, I feel like he's not inspired, that I want to be right about it. I didn't want GNX to be bad. Why do people want the artist that they don't like to now have to make bad music?
Well, because you value the actual music more than you value the yap culture, the need for controversy and drama and debate, because people don't really have that shit going on in their like real lives. They're bored. So the only time they even get a chance to argue with somebody is like online or like things like that. They need the controversy in their lives. You actually care about the music. There are people who still care about the music.
But not only that,
other people just been louder lately.
There's people that, again, you know, when you've been as dominant as Drake has been over the past 14, 15 years or whatever, and, you know, there's a group of people that no matter what you do, when you dominate for years, people want to see you kind of like have a moment where you're not dominating, where you're not the best. Like that's just I think that's human nature. I think people just being human want to see somebody else receive, you know, the accolades and the praise that you've received for so many years.
I get that.
So I think we're in that phase where
I think
Drake can put out a
way extra now.
Oh, I mean, but it's supposed to be, because you're talking about a guy that's, again, has dominated for so long. So his teardown has to be extra. His you know, if it's gonna happen, I'm on the side that you're on. Let it happen if the music is actually bad. If what we're listening to is like, okay, this is not as good. If it's that, then by all means, it's time to put somebody else in that spot. But don't force it and say everything you hear now post beef is, oh, it's Chat GPT, it's trash, it's garbage. It's like, all right, man. People that know can see through that shit. I'm like, all right, y'all are just waiting for anything that he put. Drake could put out his greatest album tomorrow, and there's going to be a flood of people online saying this is trash.
Do you think that this Fighting Irish was good? Objectively, you think it was good? Okay.
Yeah. I like the way he released it too. It kind of was like just...
You think that was intentional? It wasn't really just a leak?
Well, obviously it's old. That had been recorded for a while now.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean...
He had braids in the video.
Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, see? This is how much like I don't care too much about these people. I only care about their music. I would have never even like noticed.
Yeah, so this is
I don't keep up with his hairstyles.
This is at least a couple months old. And I thought it was, you know, his way of kind of like... Because I'm sure people have been reaching out to him and kind of like, you know, backsliding and, you know, backtracking certain actions and reaching out to him. And I think this is probably his way of letting those people know, like, nah, fam, like that wasn't, you know what I mean? Like you got to stay over there. You pick the side, stay over there. I think this was a cool way of doing that.
Do you think he chose to leak it or had someone purposely leak it based off, because you brought up in the last episode that LeBron at his birthday party requested Man of the Garden and rapped it because Drake unfollowed him. Do you think Drake asked this to be leaked because of LeBron's 40th birthday party? Because this, again, is a pretty direct, which we'll go through the lyrics. It is a direct shot at LeBron through most of this. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, obviously we know that part. I think that it could be some of that. That probably is some of it. I believe that, you know, LeBron has probably reached out, you know, through some avenues or, you know, directly or however he can, to probably have a conversation with Drake. And I think this is probably Drake's way of saying like, fam, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to hit my line. Like, this is what it is. This is where I'm at. Like, y'all knew what it was when, you know, we was at at Mike Rubin's party. And you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all knew the energy was different. I didn't speak to nobody. You know what I mean? Like, so I think this is his way of kind of like just standing down on that. Like, yo, listen, this is what it is. Like, it ain't no beef, but you know, we never gonna be as chummy and as cool as we were. Like, you pick that side, stay over there.
I'm indifferent with it because I did see, even like people that I do think are actually objective and just music fans analyzing this, I did see people view this as Drake pretty much calling himself a victim in a rap battle that he very much engaged in and continued for a week straight to have Kendrick Lamar reply again. And now is playing victim. I get that point of view, but I don't really think...
You think this is playing victim?
I think he can't win for losing when it comes to rapping about the situation that happened in the last 6 months, even though I was someone that's been on record saying, I can't wait to hear what Drake and Cole have to say in, you know, reflecting on everything that happened. So I'm here for all this. I like the record. Anytime there's some conductor shit and Drake is rapping like a fucking lonely mafioso, I'm here for it every time. I think it's great. Even though I don't think this is his best rapping, I did like the way he addressed it. And if I had friends of 15, 20 years and somebody called me a pedophile and you bought a ticket to go watch it, I'm feeling away.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Drake is playing victim in per se of that battle. I think he is rightfully so upset at some of his friends that like, oh, you really went to that show? Like, I thought we was like close like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that. And I think that's why he can't win for losing. Because people, I think even DJ had posted something about him playing victim off when he was the aggressor. I get that, but this is separate. This is his friends that he's mad at. He doesn't really address Kendrick in this whatsoever. This is all direct, mainly at LeBron. The only problem I have with what he was saying, the world fell in love with gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. I get it. He's mad at all his friends that were there. You can't say that the world fell in love with gimmicks when you fully participated in this battle. You even told Kendrick Lamar to call you a pedophile. You went through that entire thing. We didn't fall in love with the gimmicks. You got what you asked for.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear anything about that as us as fans falling for anything, because you as Tupac and Snoop Dogg told Kendrick to do exactly what he ended up doing.
Mm-hmm.
Drop. I know you got 10 more. All that shit, nah. I don't want to hear that part. But everything else, yeah, man, I'd say fuck LeBron too. 100% would say that. I mean, I'm
just trying to figure out where you saying playing the victim part at.
That's how people viewed this entire thing. Like after the battle, now Drake is like, look what they did to me when you actively participated in a rap battle where there are no rules.
I looked at it differently.
I would be mad at my friends, but I'm not. You can't tell the world that we fell in love with the gimmicks when you said the gimmicks before Kendrick did.
But that doesn't
make you say, yo, call him a pedophile.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't say you fell in love with it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any less of a gimmick that you did indeed fall in love with, whether I invited it or not.
What?
You fell for it.
Then rap battles are gimmicks.
Nah.
Not exactly.
Nah.
You know why he's saying gimmicks, and especially when you're talking about they not like us. And I don't, just that one, if he would have dragged it on for more than one bar, sure. But that one little line that happens to rhyme with tickets, I'm not.
I like the bar.
I don't think that gives victim.
That's the only part of this entire thing where I am giving credence to some of the objective fans that were like, this isn't really what I wanted to hear. You shouldn't sound like you're the victim in a situation that you very much were an active participant in. It just didn't go the way maybe you thought it was going to go. But other than that, I do think it's a cool freestyle. I wish he would have finished it. My guess is that he was going to scrap it, but he had the footage and was like, let me just get this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you had spoken to him, but...
To double back, he did mention that kind of like that gimmick thing on verse 3 again. He said, this nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. So it wasn't just mentioned once. I'll bring that up.
Yeah, that's part of a rap battle. Go make some shit up and see if the people fall for it.
No, I think again,
like,
make it.
I didn't really think that. I think it was Gay-Z.
Listen,
and
I think it's
records.
I think it's very simple. I think that people that he obviously had a personal relationship with on a deeper level than we probably know. I think that he saw them stand next to something that was trying to paint him to be something that, again, is the worst shit in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he feels like if you're my friend, it is rap and it is entertainment. But if you're my friend and somebody is, alluding that I'm this fucking disgusting person, you can't be at the show dancing with them, rapping along to the lyrics. Like that's just, again, we're talking about if you're a friend, not if you're just somebody that I say, yo, what's up? And I keep it moving. If you're in my house and you know what I'm saying, you're playing with my kids and your kids and my kids know each other, like it's certain things that I'm just going to expect a certain level of loyalty behind. Like, and I think that that's what this is basically speaking to. Like, like you said, we brothers, but I'm not that cousin to visit. Like, we family. I'm not that cousin to visit. Like,
I think a lot of that was at Cole. I don't think that was all at LeBron.
Whoever it's at.
Cry blues for you, say it wasn't malicious, talk about we family. I think a lot of that, God forbid we ever tarnish your public image, that bar people said was about LeBron, and then I saw everyone take that conclusion that Drake was going to expose LeBron for cheating. I was like, how did y'all get that from that bar? But
again,
that's
yeah,
just the internet. I was like,
You know what's crazy?
I didn't even catch that.
That's
I
the
didn't
internet
even
being the
think
internet.
about. I didn't even think about. But we've heard that before. Whatever. So when people said that, I attribute it to LeBron. But now that you say that, all that brother talk is if I really discovered a sibling and that God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. Now I do get what you're saying. Why that might be cold. I'm here.
I think those 3 bars are cold because if we go back, and I'm sorry to backtrack for everyone that's listening to this pod, but this battle's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're going to continue. It is what it is. I had said when Cole went on there, he had spoken with Drake and Kendrick and found out where both of them were taking it and said, I have a family. I am in a great space with my family. I was probably on tour for a long time and I don't need anything of my past to come out of here. And I think that's where Drake is saying, God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. Because in this battle, no matter, clearly we see that both sides were making things up to begin with. I don't think Cole wanted anything made up or the truth to ever be said about him and some of his younger days. So he bowed out. That was my take then, and I think Drake kind of confirms it here. God forbid we tarnish your public image. I think he had a combo with Cole, and Cole said, I don't want to go there. Y'all about to go on some family shit? Fuck that.
Genius.
I'm out, bro. We all have demons. We all have shit. I'm not trying to put anything on Cole or put anything on his jacket. We all have some things consensually that we're not proud of in our past, especially a young millionaire that's 22 years old on tour. I'm sure there was some shit. And Cole has a great public image.
Genius is bringing up DeMar DeRozan.
Genius.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing players out there.
No, I get it.
Wait. It would tarnish DeMar DeRozan's public image if we knew he had depression and anxiety?
No. Listen. As far as the
Rob,
niggas,
you know I love you, but I think you guys got that one wrong.
and talking about niggas cried the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Cried the blues for you. They bringing up Blue, DeMar DeRozan, Crip affiliated.
Right,
They're
man.
putting that. Listen, I'm just bringing
I'm
up.
telling
what
you,
they
man.
this is my last shit
Okay.
listening to rap. I promise you, dog.
Now-
I can't. This is just crazy.
Now, again, like the freestyle, and I'm totally understand the Bron shit. I'd feel a certain type of way. The end does come back to him discussing the battle somewhat. I feel like this is where Drake, since the Pusha T battle, has had some responses that I think were just mismanaged because I do think he was in his feelings about how people have spoken about his family. I think Scorpion is an incredible album. I think that intro is great. I hated his response of my daddy dresses himself. Why? Like what? Like, don't reply at that point. I always found that bar weird. And I think he kind of proves, just my perspective, that a lot of these shots that is about his past and his family dynamic do affect him a lot. And it shows in his emotion in how he says things. I don't have a drinking problem. I have subtle addictions. I got my father's habits. I got my mother's permission, which I don't fully understand that part, but he does give credence to the things that Kendrick and Push have brought up about his upbringing. It almost validates what they were saying and that they analyzed Drake correctly.
What, that his mom is a white lady?
Well, yes, they nailed that one. Which I've loved Drake's response in that past when he had said like, oh, you guys told me my mother's white, like I'm not looking at her. Like, whoa, what a surprise. You don't think him addressing, this is the first time he's really said anything about the battle. He's validating a lot of Meet the Grams, no?
No, I don't
know. I would need. I need you to draw a parallel a little bit more for me, baby.
Just because you said I got my father's addiction and my mother's permission, or what he said, my father's.
A lot of the first verses outside of the Secret Kid and all that entire thing was Kendrick talking to Drake's parents about all of their habits and the things that they have done have led to your son now doing these types of things. He even told his mother to sit down and listen to me. Like he was giving them a talking to. And in response...
A talking to.
In response to everything. That's how I felt.
A talking to.
What's Drake's mom's name again?
Sandra.
So he said, Sandra, sit down. He said, the Dennis genes come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I have subtle addictions. I have my father's habits.
Father's habits.
He is validating, which is fine. A lot of us, myself included, have a lot of hereditary addiction problems that come from your family.
Yeah,
it does validate what Kendrick was trying to place in Meet the Grams.
Yeah, but
which is fine. I mean, if Drake is fine with that, I think it's something
his father's habits could be, because then he has the next line. He said, "My dad has another child." Like, so he's saying, "I got my father's habits," meaning I had a kid, but the relationship with the mom is not the best. Like, it could be that. Like, I have a habit with women that like my father has.
Yeah,
it could be. It doesn't have to be a drinking addiction. It doesn't have to be a like. I just don't, like, again, people are diving way too deep into this. I get it. This is what we're supposed to do when somebody puts out a record like this in the midst of coming off of one of the biggest battles that we've had. I get it. But a lot of the times we just be throwing shit at the wall hoping something stick, bro.
I don't think we're looking too far into this because I think it's a direct response to Meet the Grams, which was validating a lot of what Kendrick was saying when he was analyzing Drake's upbringing and who he is as a person now.
So you think Kendrick gave us the knowledge?
No, I just think every time Push got into his actual family life, and Kendrick did as well, and Drake has always replied emotionally to those things rather than strategically, which he did with Meek. Shit, even W Freestyle, he wasn't emotional yet. He does show his hand, which again, why we love Drake is because he's a sensitive artist. Artists should be sensitive. He shows his hand and isn't strategic when it comes to these family lines. Push and Kendrick are proving that it got to him. It really got to you that you have, not even just addressing it, confirming that, yeah, a lot of the shit on Meet the Grams, you were correct. Which there's nothing wrong with. A lot of us have fucked up parents and it bleeds into our life. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think now in the scope of this battle, which your perception is rocky in this situation, you just confirm Meet the Grams.
Do you guys think Drake should have dropped this?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I think, again,
it wasn't officially a drop. It was a video. A photographer put it on her Instagram. Of course, every blog picked it up after that. But it was like a cool little.
I think it is.
Well, I mean, he definitely gave her permission to post it. But I mean, I think it was a cool way of kind of just putting some type of, bars out there and some type of, I think this was for a specific people to hear. I mean, I do think that people are reaching out to him personally that he's just not fucking with anymore. And I think this is his way of just confirming that and letting those people know, like, listen, I'm not going to hit your phone. Don't hit mine. This is where we stand. You're going to know exactly whoever he's talking to knows exactly who they are through these bars. Sure. They know. And I think that's what this was for. Which is why it was kind of released in the way it was. It was kind of like just giving you a glimpse into what I've written so far. I got in my phone. I didn't write much more than this. Here, just put this out so people can stop hitting my fucking phone.
Yeah, if this was an actual drop, I would have liked him to finish it. I think Drake would have not scrapped these verses whatsoever, but just added more to them. It felt like he was really just writing this in the moment and was just rapping it to Conductor, whoever was there.
Like he was high, like rapping, like
nah, this is how far I got, which is cool. If this was on DSPs though, I would like a little bit more. But I mean, this is the type of Drake I like, so I'm never mad at that.
It sounds like a timestamp.
Yeah, it's one of those, our outro joint. Why do we think he told his dad that wasn't my sister? Was she dancing and Not Like Us? What happened?
People do that all the time.
I know, but
you have an outside child, that's not my sister. I think that was lame of him for him to write that line, but people do that all the time.
Well, I don't think it was lame because I think there's way more to that. I think something happened within the midst of that. I don't think he just out the gate like did 23andMe and saw his dad had a kid and was like, yo, that's not my sister. Something happened, I feel like, in the midst of that.
Yeah. Again, that's,
That's why I just want to know what y'all think. Did he catch her on Instagram? Like, was she doing a TikTok dance to Not Like Us?
You found her TikTok?
I don't know.
He found her TikTok. I was like, oh, word. That's
Janice was a well-traveled musician. For all we know, she could have been born in Compton and she was in that video.
Yeah, you see what Drake said? That ain't my sister, dog. I just found her TikTok and she going crazy to Not Like Us.
But I feel, again, I don't know him, but we can speak for us. If you found out you had another sibling, your initial reaction would be, that's not my sister?
People do that all the time. People be knowing about their siblings that their parent had with another mom, and they just will not claim that. If we don't have the same mom, we not siblings. People do that shit all the time.
Fair.
Especially if you resent your dad in some type of way and his relationship he has with your mom.
Yeah.
Or if he
was married
cheated,
at
if
the
he was
time, yeah.
cheating and shit. Yeah.
Never, like I said, that's
people do that all the
But
time.
I do feel like Drake being the age that he is, there would be, you don't blame that on the kid to your sister. Like, that's not her fault. That's your,
no.
if you still cool with your dad, but not cool with the daughter didn't do anything. Your
Right.
dad did it, and clearly we know Drake has had his ups and downs with his father, but they are still close.
Yeah, but I don't
Like,
think that's
how you not mad at your dad, but that's not your sister? Like,
no, I think that's why he said that, because he was mad at his dad. I
okay.
don't think it was personal to
Yeah.
the young lady. I think it was more so like when his dad told him that, he was like mad at his father more than anything. I think that's what it was. But again, this is us just diving deep into shit that we don't know about, guessing, which is what we're supposed to do. But the bottom line is, I think that this is hinting at the fact that he probably has more shit written.
Oh, for sure.
More songs, more bars coming whenever he decides to put out another album. I know he has the tour this year in Australia. So I'm guessing sometime after that, maybe that tour is over. The Drake Party album still, I believe, is coming this month.
There was 3 like 15-second snippets, which we don't need to listen to them because they're just quick 15-second joints. I liked all 3 of the 15-second snippets.
I mean, but
He's
Drake
not, he's not here for the rap beef. He's here to get the party lit, which I'm fine with that now. But go do it. Like, go do it. If you don't care about the beef no more, cool, whatever. And you're only focused on getting the party lit, then I would love a record.
I mean,
which I think we'll get with this party.
Yeah, but Drake and Party, their track record together, their songs together are,
those snippets sound great.
Yeah, like I
really,
think
really
that this album is gonna be one of those albums that we play for a long time. I think we got enough records, enough quotables, enough bars, enough captions on here to last us a while.
Now, I agree with you that this did go out because there was a lot of people hitting Drake's phone and that he didn't want to talk to. I'm with you on that. I do think there's another side of why he released it through the photographer and through another YouTube page. This is also a shot at Universal. I'm not giving, he knew for a fact that shit was going to be taken down. Didn't come from his page, came from someone else's. He knew Universal would strike it eventually. But everybody was at the edge of their fucking seat to hear what Drake had to say about the battle now. And he purposely did not give Universal that moment to monetize it. So I think that was 100% also a shot at Universal.
Yeah,
my response is going to go through something else. It's going to get out. Even if you strike it, everyone ripped that shit within 5 minutes. Now everyone has my response and you can't monetize off it because I'm not fucking with you, Universal. I think that was a clear shot at them.
The Drake Party album is not going to be on Universal either.
I don't know how he's going to do that, but I'd be curious to see.
I don't think that's going to be on Universal. I think that might be...
Both of them are on Universal though.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to put that out. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a Universal release.
But Universal would need to clear their vocals regardless. If he can get that off, more power to him. I just don't know how that would happen.
I don't think so. I think if they planned on it being a Universal release, I think the album would have been out already. But I don't think so.
Okay. Damaris split up. Kai left confused after Kanye West posted a picture of a horse in his room.
So the reason why is because it says bully on the horse. Obviously, this was superimposed into Kai's room.
Yeah.
People think Kanye's album is coming out and this is part of the rollout.
Well, another snippet leak, whatever. He got mad at the guy that was filming a record, Bully, that there's been other snippets before. This is I guess, kind of confirmed first single of Kanye's. Also leaked. Kai sat with Shannon Sharp and they discussed the Kanye relationship. Kanye said there's no beef, which was great to see. That Bully snippet sounded incredible too. I mean, as much as we feel like Kanye's fell off a little bit, I liked Vultures 1. Vultures 2 is okay to me. That Bully shit sounds great. I like the space. Kanye's smiling. He's on socials with his wife. Like, it could be a facade, but I'm happy to see Kanye look like he's in a way better space. It's just a snippet. Sounded awesome. I'm
just indifferent about Kanye right now because I do know that he's leaning into that AI shit. So I can't really, I'm not with artists using this AI shit to make complete songs and albums and just use your likeness and then you show up on stage with a mask on. Is that Kanye? I'm not into that shit. Like, I get it, but I'm just not, I don't put much into that. Like, I'm not here for a Kanye West full AI album. Like, I'm just not here for that shit. Like, if it's Kanye, I want it to be Kanye in the booth. Like, he wrote it or he had writers in the room with him, but it's his vocals. I don't want the AI shit. Like
Mhm.
I'm not jumping into that.
I mean, I like Kanye singing when it's auto-tune and also when it's not auto-tune, but could you make a case that when someone is completely printing their vocals with effects already, is it that much of a
Yes.
fucking difference
Yes.
if AI is doing it?
Yes, absolutely.
Because AI was kind of doing it before too.
Nah, the pitch correction and all of that is totally different from, hey, Kanye, we have this album already done.
I'm not
I
saying
just need you to sign off on it.
not just pitch correction, because every singer does that regardless of how talented they are. I'm saying they are printing their vocals with complete effects on them when it goes to mastering. Is there that much of a difference at that
Yes.
point when you have that many layers
Yes.
of effects on your voice?
Hell yeah.
Yay, I don't want that from, but there is other artists that lean so much into
You
auto-tune
don't
that
want
I
that
don't
from no
particularly care.
artist. You don't want a full AI album from no artist.
I mean,
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm not going
from the artists that I don't particularly care for their music anyways, I don't.
No, I'm talking
care.
about the artist
Like-
you care.
like we- there
if
was
you
a
don't
rumor-
care for an artist, it don't matter because that's not an artist you care for.
There was a rumor that the Playboi Carti verse on that Weekend song was completely AI. It
Mhm.
was someone wrote it for him, and then as a reference, they put his AI vocals, and he was like, "Well, just keep that then."
Mhm.
And he didn't spit anything. We heard that rumor. Playboi Carti already has I don't even know what his actual voice sounds like, so I don't really care in that aspect. I know
but
what
you're not-
Kanye's voice
But
sounds
you're
like.
not a Playboi Carti fan.
True.
That's what
'Cause
I'm
I'm a
saying.
hater,
I'm
but-
talking about not, and you're not a hater, but I'm just saying the,
You're a
the
hater
people,
if you don't like Playboi Carti.
Well, that's true. But if the artist that you support, that you've been supportive of forever, and you actually buy, tickets to go see them and things like I'm talking about the artists that you really, really enjoy. If you find out they made a full AI album, you're
I'd be
not
upset.
supporting that.
Yeah, I'd be upset.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just not, come on. What are we doing now?
But
Like,
what would even, you seem attached to this idea of Kanye doing a full AI album. What about Kanye even gives him giving complete control to AI? Kanye's too much of a control freak as he's like shown in his whole entire career. I can't see him doing a whole AI album.
He's actually one of the few artists that I could see at his level
100%.
having no problem with that, because Kanye has always been the artist that's moving forward. What's the next thing? And wants to be the artist to do it. Like, I can see him loving the AI shit.
Yeah, AI, but it's AI as far as what? AI isn't writing the lyrics. AI isn't doing
No,
production.
AI, like, meaning he did not step in a studio at all for no part of this album. He was there when it was done, when they had the songs done. He may have told him, well, change this. Like, they're using his likeness. It's being marketed as Kanye. Like, he has to sign off on everything. But as far as him spending hours and months in the studio writing and recording music, like, I think for most artists that, because if you afforded that luxury, I think you had to work to get to that space that Kanye, we obviously know he can go in and make an album. He's been doing it. But if he's at a point in his career where he was like, yo, I'm not sitting in the studio for months again. I'm not doing it. But if I'm going to reap all the benefits of it based off using this new technology, and they're going to use my likeness and my fluctuations in my voice and all of this thing, and they have a cool way of doing it. Like Rory said, Kanye will lean in. He wants to be the first one to be like, yeah, I was the first one to do that.
Yeah, but I just see him still going in the studio and being a big part of the process. Even if it is a full AI album, I see
Oh, no,
Kanye
he'll go in and
producing
listen.
everything.
Kanye
like-
just signing off on
Yeah.
some shit. Don't
Oh, no,
even sound
he'll
right
go
to
in
me.
there and listen to like, okay, change this part, put this here. Like, he'll do that still. But as far as him, like, the time that it takes an artist like Kanye to do an album, like years, I think that's over with.
But I mean, Kanye, his process as far as writing has been in-person AI-like. Like, he'll have a bunch of great writers and rappers around him, whether it be Saha, Cons, Rhymefest, whoever. He tells them what he wants to say, and they find a better way to rap it. Like, AI is just another tool. It'd be not the same, obviously, because I don't think it's has the same feeling as a human being doing it. That's how Kanye's work, though. Even down to production of, he's such a great producer because he knows other musicians that can do things better than him and make his vision better than he could. AI is just another musician or writer, I think, in Kanye's head in that regard. These are the things I want to cover. You write it the best way possible. I'm going to go in the booth and I'll find a pocket and just do a bunch of, find how I want you to have the flow. And then you put the words together, Saha. You're a better rapper than me. I want the best product. I think it's the same thing with AI now. And Kanye, who has isolated himself so much to the point that Ty Dollar's the only one he's working with, I think it's even better for him. Because he doesn't have that crew of 15 people like he used to.
We talking about the integrity.
I don't want it.
of-
I'm just saying, I'm looking at from what we know Kanye from the outside looking in, to him, I feel like at this age, he's like, all right, AI is just my new side. I don't think it's the same.
Hell no.
But here's a bunch of ideas that I want, and you could put that shit together with my voice. Bet.
Nah.
I'll do the drums here. I'll get someone to
You're
play
right.
the synth.
No, I think you're right, but I just can't buy into that, man, because it's still got to be the integrity. We gotta protect the integrity of this art form, man. Like we have to. Like what? Again, I understand. I'm on the outside of a lot of the way people think and feel these days, and I'm cool with that. But when you start talking about changing the integrity of how artists that we love make, create, write, and put out music and say, oh, nah, he didn't go in the booth at all. It's
crazy.
I'm going to look at you like, all right, so what is this that I'm listening to now? I can't really attach myself to this music and this art the way I once did because it's not even a real person that did this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're trying to, it's like buying fake jewelry.
Okay.
A lot of fake jewelry looks great. You know what I'm saying? But then when you sit down and you sit across from somebody and you know that their jewelry is real, like that you can't really become attached to this thing because it's not real. It's like, that's not even a real thing that you're doing.
Would you feel a way if you heard, because we're all cool with auto-tune and effects, like that's been around. I love 808s and Heartbreaks. Plenty of artists from then on, their entire voice and style is not theirs. It's a complete version of early AI with effects on your voice. If you heard all the demos without their settings on it, would you also feel the same way? Like, this isn't real, bro. Like, even though you went in the booth and did this sounds completely fucking different.
No, I mean,
with the AI program shit now that Robbie and them have, I could go into a booth and they could easily make me sound amazing.
Oh no, I get that. But
and if you heard me singing it, the real demo shit, you'd be like, "This, I can't believe you. This,
listen,
this is fake."
Nah, I get it, but again, to me, that's where it stops. It should be like, all right, at least you really was in there and really,
because it's
your voice.
Not the days where T-Pain, who definitely turned the tune all the way up and made his own style out of it. T-Pain could always sing, no matter what.
Yeah,
it was just a style in a cool, innovative way. That's not the case anymore. These people's if there's not a setting on that, they would not be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
It would not exist at all. How creative are you really being? I mean, if you wrote it, great, but there's people that have that and don't write it. To me, that's the same as AI at that point.
I don't know. All right, so Rory, would you get on the flight and there wasn't no pilots in the cockpit? It was just all like.
It may happen eventually if I
I'm
live
not
that long.
getting on no flight with no fucking pilots in the cockpit, man. I'm not doing that.
I
wouldn't even get in the Uber if it pulled up and it was just ordered like one of those.
Last time I was in LA, every corner I was at, it was a fucking empty car. I was terrified every time. Driving around.
I'm not getting in that shit. I'm not doing it.
Well, that's a safety issue though. That's not a.
This is a safety issue.
Wow.
The music is at stake here. The art is at stake here. The art is in danger. We're in danger of losing this art form.
But
hip-hop,
we are
R&B.
we are not in danger of losing.
Yes, we are. If an artist like Kanye puts out a successful AI album, everything changes after that.
It does validate and co-sign. We all know Kanye's had a rough couple years and his perception to a lot of people is different now. But let's not act like Kanye West co-signing AI would not validate it.
Of course it would.
It would.
It would change everything.
It would.
Because everybody's gonna be like, well, shit, yeah, he did it. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. That joint was crazy. His album was crazy. Fuck it. I don't have to do this. I don't have to sit in the studio for months. And because now labels gonna like, yo, we don't gotta spend that much money on studio time, marketing this. Like we could just get this thing going, put a couple visuals to it.
What's funny is I don't even think it's Kanye validating. I think behind the scenes, Kanye found out that a lot of these artists are doing that. And he said, oh, really? I think he's been validated by other artists that have came to him and said, bro, this entire shit is AI. He's like, y'all doing that?
It's crazy, man.
But
listen, just remember I said, man, this shit is we talking about some day. Look, technology is great, but it can also fuck up a lot of great things. Like we got to keep that in perspective. And when we start talking about the art form of creating music, writing music, singing, rapping, when you start putting too much of that cut into the game.
But the real shit the cream will always rise to the top. Like we had that conversation before.
Yeah, but if the nigga that's the top of the cream, if he's the creme de la creme, if he's doing it.
But he's not the creme de la creme.
Kanye?
No, when it comes to talent, Kanye is not the creme de la creme of people who can sing and people who can. I'm talking about people who have
artistry. I'm talking about.
Yes,
he's
artistry.
He's the top of the top.
No, but he's not. because Kanye always had writers, or some of his best music had writers on it, and he can't really sing. So no, when it comes
Some of
to
the
the
best artists in the world have writers. That don't mean
yes, but okay. When we're talking about rapping, you can't say that you're the creme de la creme when your best raps were not written by you and your best singing was not.
I don't look at Kanye as a rapper though. Kanye to me is an artist.
Okay, but what I'm talking about is when we're talking about music, the actual music. People who can actually sing will still sing. People who can actually rap and write will still do that. So yes, you're going to get a bunch of people who are good at bullshitting. And I'm not saying Kanye is good at bullshitting, but you're going to get a bunch of these little rappers or little artists who are good at bullshitting. Yeah, they're going to do the AI shit. But people who really are artists and musicians, they're still going to do the real thing. So when it's not going to completely erase the people who know how to sing and know how to rap.
Yeah, but Kanye West is a musician and he also has written before. Let's not like completely take just because
he has
Kanye
written
does
before.
what producers down to Quincy Jones have done. You're a producer. You're not a beat maker. You're a producer. You're arranging everything that's happening. It's your vision. This is what you want. You're getting other people that are better at trumpet than you to do it. I don't think that takes away. I also think he's written great raps before all by himself. Let's not say that Kanye is now all of a sudden not really a rapper like that. He's had help, which is fine. Because to Maul's point, I view him as an artist. Like if we were doing a top 5, top 10 best rappers of all time, I'm not putting Kanye West there because again, he's definitely had some help.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking top 5, top 10 rap artists of all time, Kanye might be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
But he still writes. Like let's not.
He
that.
definitely still writes. But I understand what Damaris is saying. But I think that those writers, they stand to lose like the opportunity to be able to write some hit records. If it's like, okay, we don't need to bring in writers. We put this through a some type of system, and it's like it writes a complete song. Now the writers the real writers are at risk of not even being hired to write on songs and projects anymore because they're not needed.
To an extent, but I think they'll always still be needed because ChatGPT, it can write for you, but it's not a human being. So it can't convey the emotion that really, really good songs that our grandparents sung and we sung. Yet. And it might not ever happen though, because it's going into a computer formula or a computer algorithm. And sometimes that can't pump out what a human can pump out.
But that's what a lot of people felt when auto-tune completely took over, that there is no real feeling, even though it's coming from a human being. Like, granted, I hear emotion in Travis Scott's music for sure, but it is so diluted in effects that I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference if ChatGPT or AI did a Travis Scott record. Yeah, it's emotion, but it's printed with so much shit that I don't know if I'd know the difference because there is already so much technology on his voice to begin with. Right. I don't know if I'd know the difference. That's why I don't, from them, like, it is what it is.
I'm never supporting a full AI album. Never.
Do you think Baby had any AI shit on his album?
I didn't listen to this album.
I was listening for it. I think it's going to be the new standard. And Baby, who, even when he's rapping, has a crazy effect on his voice at all times. I could see it happening.
I didn't listen to the album, and, based on just what I'm seeing people say, I'm not in a rush to listen to it either. I didn't see anybody say they liked it. I didn't see anybody saying they enjoyed it. I'm actually seeing people, saying they think that it's over for Lil Baby. Again, this is one of the dudes that I like, but I have not listened to this album yet.
Truthfully, it was tough for me to even I couldn't fully get through it.
But what is it?
I'm not the one that's running to Baby's music to begin with, but obviously outside of just having a pod, Baby is still one of the bigger rappers. And, the whole world said we're in the Baby era and this is the next Jay-Z and all that. I like My Turn. I like that Baby album a lot. I even like stuff on It's Only Me. I felt like this was a super important album for Lil Baby because rightfully so, not on some hating shit, it has been quieter for Baby than the last 5 years. 2020 to 2022, Baby had it.
I think that's why I didn't listen to it yet, because I'm scared that if I listen to it, I'm going to feel like it might be over.
I don't think he delivered for how important this moment was, with everyone saying it's been a little bit quiet. Even the rollout didn't even feel that QC-esque. They're great at that.
Yeah.
It was the Charlemagne joint, which ended up getting taken down. Like it was a very quiet rollout too, for somebody that needed a very loud one, because no matter what, even if you feel like Baby is falling off, he's still Lil Baby, solidified from this era. We are stopping what we're doing to make sure we can hear a Lil Baby album.
Mm-hmm.
This was important.
What is the single?
That's a great question. I mean,
That's what and I'm asking because I haven't heard any.
I think I seen a joint with him, Future, and
Dumb and Dumber.
Doug. Was it Doug?
No, it's Baby, Young Thug, and Future.
Baby, Young Thug, and Future. Okay.
Glorilla's on it. I'm mad at that record.
Oh, that was supposed to be the single, the Glorilla one.
Yeah.
Actually.
Say Twin was the one that like Kai was like, yo, who put this on a whiteboard? I felt for Baby, but again, I mean, people are allowed to critique your music. It's fucking art. When the Kai age group is not feeling the Baby shit, it's fine if I don't like a Baby album.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, even though I do like his music, I'm not the main shit that he's trying to get.
Yeah.
When Kai is giving, which I respect, honest feedback to something, that's where I would start to feel a little worried if I'm QC or if I'm on Baby's team. Like when you're not getting the group that this is intended for, that's a problem. If you don't always get me and my age group, you'll survive, but you'll really sell the most like with My Turn. He got my age group and the younger ones. If you're not getting either, somebody needed to sit with him and say, is this the return album that we really need?
Is it the same? Is Lil Baby maybe, is his issue the same that I feel like DaBaby's issue is just the growth in the music?
Yeah.
The growth in the music, the growth as a writer, as an artist, switching up your content, switching up your flow, kind of like, experimenting with another type of
I think
BPM.
I think DaBaby actually would have went a little bit farther if he didn't piss off a lot of his fan base with his antics.
DaBaby or Lil Baby?
DaBaby.
Okay.
I think he would have went farther than Lil Baby. Because DaBaby still catches one every once in a while.
Yeah. I think
There's some people that might say DaBaby is a bigger artist than Lil Baby.
I think he had the potential to be.
Yeah, and let's not act like DaBaby, whatever summer that was or year that was when he was rapping with Matt.
That Rockstar record is probably bigger than any Lil Baby record, right?
I think
that DaBaby
has 3 records that are probably bigger than any Lil Baby record.
As far as numbers go. Some people might feel like DaBaby is a bigger artist. Now he had a bigger
moment. I think Lil Baby has a little bit more longevity in his career. But yeah, I think a lot of people would say if you go numbers wise, DaBaby has definitely had bigger moments than Lil Baby for sure. Yeah. I just think artists, to y'all point of, is there no growth in the music? A lot of the artists like Lil Baby that do rap on the same type of sound and the same type of pocket are finally seeing that can't last very long. I get why they never shift. I get why they didn't shift for the last few years, because it seemed like, all right, people still like the same. They still like the same shit. Now I think they're finally seeing, and I don't think it's just Lil Baby, that if you don't change your sound, it's going to pass you by.
They weren't before
because it was working.
Jadakiss ain't never changed his sound. He ain't never changed his flow. He like
I don't really agree there. Jadakiss has changed his flow a little. But he also was in a different era too, though, Mom.
Jadakiss gonna hit that fadeaway every single time, and you can't stop. It's the same flow, and we love it.
Okay,
every time
I'm not saying
we hear
all right, flow. Baby, I feel like has the same fucking drums for the last 5 years. Kiss from We Are the Streets.
So you talking about music?
Yes.
Okay, that's different. Yeah, that's different than.
No, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of these younger artists that have gotten into that new version of the trap pocket and trap drums are seeing the effects that it ends up being the same fucking thing. That's why I think Metro, and I know apples and oranges because he's a producer, but we have seen Metro skyrocket because he has shown versatility in his sound and has changed it a bit. A lot of these artists are just going back to the exact same, this was a hit in 2020, 2022, 2023. I'm just gonna, let's just do that again. Because they were not gonna be rappers to begin with until they found out they could make money off it. They don't really have a real understanding of being a fucking musician, even if they don't play instruments, to get in there and have. Fat Joe's career survived this fucking long, not because Fat Joe is an amazing rapper, because Fat Joe is an amazing beat picker. That's why. Kiss, We Are the Streets, Money, Power, Respect sounds nothing like Kiss of Death or Kiss the Game Goodbye.
Okay.
Kiss, yes, same flow, a lot of times saying the same shit and we love it, but it's on different production. Kiss is gonna go do some girl records. He's gonna do some grimy hood shit. Kiss is always delivering in every single pillar of hip hop when it comes to production and audience. I don't think these young artists do that the way that Kiss and rappers from my era did.
Okay, so now we get into another conversation of a lot of these young artists are not really artists.
Oh, agree. I mean, that goes without saying.
And I think that's what we're starting to see. It's a shorter shelf life on a lot of these quote unquote artists because they're not really artists. They caught a record, they caught a viral moment, took off with that, tried to sustain it. And then after a while, you realize, like, I don't know if this person is really the artist that we may think he or she is.
And outside of certain producers like Metro, Conductor, whatever you want to say the bigger producers are, I feel like these artists don't even try to go to new producers. Whatever in-house team is doing the exact same shit, they just follow suit. They have no real opinion of the song. They say, all right, this is what you like. All right, I'll rap on this the same way I've been rapping for 5 fucking years.
Another thing we don't talk about enough, Rory, is the lifespan of a rapper, not real life, but like artist life, is not really that long.
No, never has been, actually.
Oh, no, Baby is a veteran now.
Yeah, so like we need to, it be that too sometimes where it's like, yo, you know, a lot of the rappers, their, you know, careers are not that long. Like you may get 2, maybe 3 albums.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you don't even know where this rapper or this artist is anymore after that, unless they parlay it into something else. They move into a business or they get into maybe, you know, now they're streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing guys like what's my man first day out?
T Grizzly.
T Grizzly. He on GTA going crazy.
He's making a lot of money.
You see what I'm
He's still
saying?
rapping though. T Grizzly is still rapping.
Yeah, when he want to. When he want to, but it ain't like he ain't gotta go in there and put an album out.
No.
It's like if GTA be like, yo, we gonna put your new single in the server. Like, all right, I'm gonna go lay that shit down tonight. If y'all gonna put it in the game.
No, I feel you.
If I could be able to be in my car in the game playing my shit, I ain't bet. But we gotta start talking to the fact that most rappers, they shelf life is not really that long in rap.
And I mean, to that point, I want to give Baby, I don't want to make this sound like we just shitting on Baby. I give him a lot of
past
2017. I mean, Drip Harder is, I think, when he really, really crossed over 20. But 2017 to 2025 in this era is an insane.
Amazing.
8 fucking years is
incredible.
Crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah. And at one point was dominating within those 8 years. So I'm not here to take away anything Baby has done with his run. I just think this was an important album to what the second half of his career is. And I just don't know if they took it as serious as I thought they would.
Do we think there's troubles in the water with QC?
Maybe.
Yeah, QC, there was at one point QC was dominating and going crazy and they were everywhere. And I don't know whether that was just because the City Girls and Lil Baby and the Migos at the time were holding it up. Yeah, Cardi wasn't QC though.
She was managed by QC.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah, she was
QC,
managed.
But she was managed by QC for sure.
For a little while, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It's been quiet. And I don't mean quiet as in like I just don't hear anything from them. They were everywhere and now they're nowhere.
I mean, but to Maul's point too, though, like this is just the lifespan. We can't really discredit them because at one point you could say QC was by far a modern day Bad Boy, Death Row, No Limit, Cash Money. Like they were that. If you go through their roster at one time and at a block of 5+ years, QC was completely dominated.
Yeah.
But how long can that even last? Like Nelly went diamond, but the run has to end.
It ends.
It just ends.
A rapper's career is really not that long.
But this is, all right, Yachty from that crew and that era, I've been critical and there's a bunch of Yachty music even lately that I'm not really a fan of whatsoever. But why Yachty has continued to last is that he completely changes his sound every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's one of the few from that era that I think gets it. Even if I don't like that taste of music, there's plenty of people that do. We don't think Yachty skipped a step. At this point, Yachty might be more relevant than he's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because he continually changes his sound.
Yeah, but
and puts out music that we would not expect. He's doing boom bap shit with Cole. He's doing fucking James Blake shit. He's doing child drums. He's doing everything. Child drums kept him.
So,
but he still has records that sound like Broccoli. Like that's what I think Baby kind of needed. The only person that is still extremely relevant off their sound is Gunna. I like the last Gunna project, but it wasn't like light years different than another Gunna project.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the few that I think is still reinventing the wheel and it's still working. But I don't know how long that's going to work for Gunna either.
Can you pull up the Lil Baby track list again?
Yeah, I got you.
I think that one thing I would like to see Lil Baby do, because I do think that Lil Baby can rap.
Yeah,
I would like to see him rap with the rappers.
I agree with you.
Like, I would like to see Lil Baby and Jada.
Because Drake
Hell yeah.
pulled the best out of Lil Baby. What I saw is the best from Lil Baby. Drake pulled it out of him.
Yeah, at that point, what was that? It was off an EP? What?
Yeah, that was
Or like a-
Scary Hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Scary Hours.
At that point, when Baby had the best verse, I understood the hype when people were like, we're in the Lil Baby era. When he was rapping at that point, I was like,
Whatever
All right,
pocket that was, he went.
y'all are correct. And he was talking on that.
Yeah, I would like to see
He
Lil
went crazy.
Baby do more features with the rappers.
Mm.
I would like to see him do that. Like, let me just see with that. Let me just give me a more of that, so
Well,
I can
who
get
do
a.
you consider the rappers?
I mean, Jada, Fab.
He's rapped with
Cole.
He was on one of Cole's albums. Like, Baby does rap.
But I
rappers.
I'm saying I would like to see more of that.
And I think this could be
Like, why not have a Cole feature on this album?
Well, I don't
Why not have
think-
a Wale feature on this album? Why not have a Jada feature on this album? Why not have, you know what I mean, a Benny, a Conway, like, you know, the guys that really go in there and, you know, from the same element, the streets, that could really talk that you be talking, like, but on a different level, like the upper echelon of the street talk.
And maybe not even that. Maybe just somebody from his like JID, both from Atlanta.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I was
Younger,
gonna say
I could see that type
because
of-
I get what you're saying, but that might interfere with the Atlanta sound that Baby has. That's
But-
why JID makes more sense.
Look at who we never would have probably guessed would surpass everyone. 21 Savage. 21 Savage raps with the rappers. He
Mhm.
raps with the non-lyrical guys. He makes a bunch of different sounding music.
True.
And that's why 21, to me, is where he's at. Because he's continued. He'll rap with anybody. He won't sound great. He rapped with Nas and sounded fine. Some of the best music I think Cole has made in the last 10 years has been with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
He brings the best out of 21. 21 kept up with Drake. Like, he is not scared to get in the booth. He has a different style lyrically, but it doesn't feel like you're listening to someone that's less of a caliber when he raps the rappers. And I think Baby definitely has the talent to do the same thing.
I just would like to know, like, who these dudes be in the studios with?
Hoes?
Like, who be those are the best A&Rs right
By
there.
far.
But like, who do like somebody a little bit, like, what does a Lil Baby session look like? Like, who's in there?
I don't think it's probably as, at this point in his career, as crazy as you might think.
No, I'm not
Probably
saying
like him and an engineer.
I want to know, like, who's the trusted
Ear.
brain in the room, the
Yeah.
trusted ear in the room that's there for every song. You know what I mean? Like, who's doing that with Lil Baby? Because again, I think that Lil Baby can really rap. I just don't know with who's his circle of, you know, if they think it's crazy, if they think it's hard, like, that's going on the album. Like, who's that circle?
Yeah. And I mean, that is something that I feel like casual fans, rightfully so, never bring up in their brand. Like, there's some artists that still would have made it and still would have been great, but a lot of why they have lasted so long is because of the people they have around them. Like, not everyone is blessed with a 40.
Right.
Not everyone is blessed with a sound wave. Like,
Mhm.
these are people that are 50 partners on how we're making this fucking music.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of rappers that come from certain environments aren't blessed to just have, their friends didn't have the opportunities to even get to a point that
Mhm.
they could do something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, they don't have anyone around them that is really guiding their production.
Right.
It's just the homies that are like, yo, that shit is hot. And their homies have been right a lot
Mhm.
Mhm.
because they understand what's actually playing in the street at the time. But that is not a long-lasting strategy. Like, you do need
Mhm.
other people in there.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of Gunna, his lawyer came back out. Because, you know, a lot of people saw that Thug was on Baby's album. There's obviously been some, not back
And I
and
think
forth.
Thug posted something, don't associate with no rats or something like that. I think
that
he
was
posted.
that was a fake tweet, I think.
Oh.
Mhm.
No one could really find the source of that tweet. I think that was all Photoshop. But of course, it got brought back up when they saw that Thug was on Baby's album, and, you know, Baby unfollowed Gunna, and there's clearly not a relationship there anymore. And his attorney posted an entire, I wouldn't even call it a caption. Was this on Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter.
His lawyer, which I didn't catch his name, but I was Gunna's attorney, but I am not speaking on his behalf. This is a long post solely to set out the truth. Gunna did not cooperate and did nothing and said nothing to cause harm to Thug's case. He spent 8 months in jail and was released December 2022 after entering a plea. Gunna's plea could not and was not used in Thug's trial and he was never even named as a witness. He received a 5-year suspended sentence with no reporting, no travel restrictions, no living restrictions, and no probation. Over the last 2 years, from media reports, he has performed all over the world, achieved international fame and recognition, earned millions of dollars. Thug went on to trial and eventually pled guilty after spending 30 months in jail, received 15 years probation with reporting conditions, and is not even allowed to live in Atlanta. Those that have and continue to badmouth Gunna, get over it. I ain't like the end, enough said. Because I just know the lawyer never said that. But
the lawyer might have said that. You know what I mean? He might have said enough said. I'm done talking. That's it.
I mean, I'm not the gauge of what's snitching and what isn't in the streets, but I feel what the lawyer's saying.
Yeah, I mean, I
get it. There's a code, and no matter what, if you say anything about anyone, you're a snitch, and I understand that. But let's get into reality of a young rapper that Gunna has even said he's not really like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was at the height of his career, millions and millions of dollars at stake, family at stake. You're an artist. You're not really a street guy. If you know no one is going to be harmed, you saying that YSL is a gang that can't be used in your co-defendant's trial.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here?
Again,
what are we doing?
I've always stood on the side of whatever Thug said. If Thug come out and say Gunna ratted on him, then we got to take that to be a fact. If Thug never said that, then, maybe he's not. But
all right, let me ask you, because you understand that side of the world way more than I do. I'm just assuming, but I can safely assume that in Thug taking a plea as well, there was some admission that YSL was a gang.
Well, yeah, it would have to have been. Yeah.
So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, but at the time, if I'm standing on YSL is not a gang, and then you, Rory, go up there and be like, yo, no, YSL is a gang.
New Rory Mall is a gang.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying we not, and you on in court saying no, it is. Then take from that what you will. But I mean, at the end of the day, both gentlemen are home. Gunna has no restrictions. Thug has some restrictions because obviously he was facing more. So even though it was a RICO, I think his name was indicated in more activity in YSL, more street activity in YSL than Gunna's was. But I'm still on the side. If Thug say Gunna, he didn't snitch, then that's what it is. If Thug say Gunna did snitch, then that's what it is. I mean, everything else is speculation. I know Lil Baby was sitting down with Charlemagne, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he touched on that, spoke about that, and said how he felt. Listen, you feel how you feel, but I'm waiting for a definitive Thug statement on whether or not he feels Gunna is good or no good.
Do we think Thug has purposely not done that?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Because we can all say that
it would benefit Thug for people.
It would smart guy.
It would benefit Thug for people to fuck with Gunna. No, that is his artist, correct?
Agreed. But has there been more attention and controversy around there not actually being a statement? Like, no one's really moved on because Thug has not said anything.
Right.
I agree with you. That's his artist, and if his artist is looked upon not as a snitch, it's probably a good business move.
Right.
But I think we'll find that out around the time Thug puts a project out.
Mm-hmm.
When Gunna ends up being on that album.
I don't know.
But then if you're Baby, now what do you do?
I mean, he said he stood his Baby standing on it. He stood 10 toes. Yo, I'm not, I'm not fucking with him.
Yeah.
He said it ain't no relationship there, right?
Mm.
It ain't no relationship. All right, so then it is what it is.
If I brought a gun into the studio and it happened to go off in my jeans, would you put the footage out / tell on me?
Nah, it's not my pedigree, dog. That footage would never see the light of day. Nah. To answer your question, no, I would not put the footage out.
No, I would not put the footage out, nor would I tell on you, but we'd have to have a stern talking to about you bringing firearms.
Oh, no, we're gonna have a talk.
And now
sure.
I know you don't know how to handle one.
Yeah.
So don't bring it to the studio.
Yeah.
If you want to do that in your crib,
we would have a conversation, but the public wouldn't know about the conversation and what happened. No, absolutely not.
For those that don't know,
they know.
What was the name of this gentleman? I'm sorry that I'm not up.
Rapper Tulo.
Rapper Tulo was doing a podcast and went into his pocket. Clearly, he had a firearm in there. It discharged in his pants. Luckily, no one was hit. He wasn't even hit. He didn't Plaxico himself, but so what? Like, come on.
How fucking stupid. No, let's really be honest here. And this is why I be wanting guns to be legal so that people can learn how to fucking use them the right way. Why do you have on them jeans that would fit a toddler in 2T, sitting up there reaching in your pocket with a gun that's off safety at a podcast that ain't even your fucking podcast?
I mean, he was nervous. He had to keep it on him.
I just feel like if I have to do a podcast with the gun in my pocket, like, where am I at? Like, I just don't need to be going to do this podcast.
Well, but
Fuck
there
you
are
at?
plenty
No
of people.
jumper?
Yeah, like, I just don't.
Listen, not that we're going to No Jumper, but if we were to ever hypothetically go back to No Jumper, I'm bringing a gun.
Why?
I'm petrified.
It's
They're
security.
beating up pastors. You think they
Yeah, he has security though. Security inside.
they keep my white ass safe? No, they're beating up men of God. I'm definitely food over there.
And they,
What the fuck are you talking about?
they
men
kept,
of God. Men of God getting knocked out at No Jumper.
They are definitely leaving a red
God
mark on my
damn,
face.
Adam, what are you doing?
they kept just like podcasting. Like, get the fuck out my studio, dog.
Yeah, show's over.
Get the fuck out my
Show's
studio.
over. We ain't got to talk about nothing that's that important after that.
Okay. Well, I will say I've been around people that podcasted that were used to always carrying a gun with them because of their former / current life. And I didn't think it was that weird.
Yeah, but if I don't have it in my pocket right here on set.
Not on safety.
Not on set. Like my man that's over there with me, he got it. You know, we good. Like it's still in arm's reach. But like I don't need to be like this on set, reaching in my pocket. It's not on safety. I don't got that. Thankfully, I don't have those type of issues.
Yeah. But there were a lot of people, like especially when podcasting first started, that were from an environment that they always carried a gun. Just because we're podcasting now doesn't change.
No, carrying a gun is
when
cool.
I walk out of here.
No, carrying a gun is cool. But if we sitting in here just to do a podcast and kick it, like it don't need to be in my pocket, not on safety. Like I just don't understand that part of it. Now, walking outside and moving around in your day to day, some people have to. You know what I mean? And I understand that. But once you in a certain environment where it's like it's cool in here, we not on that type of.
Fair.
And there's staff in the room. Let me tell you something. If Bess would have had a motherfucking gun in his tight ass jeans and shot at my fucking ankle, you know how mad I'd have been?
See, but that's why Bess
would
don't
never
wear,
carry a firearm.
No, well, Bess would never wear tight jeans either. Though. See, that's the part y'all not getting to. Like, y'all got to get to that when it come to Bess. Like,
and first of all,
he not
not all Albanians from Brooklyn are carrying guns. Bess is a tax-paying citizen.
I don't give a fuck if it was Elliot.
Bronx, I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck if it was Elliot.
He's from the Bronx.
He's from East New York and the Bronx.
Call Bess and ask him where he's from.
Beach Channel High School. He's from Queens too.
Can we have Bess back? I really liked Bess.
Love Bess. Yeah, we could definitely have Bess back. But of course, Bess would follow, the laws of New York City.
Oh yeah.
Law-abiding
citizen.
I would not even know how to explain to Damaris's parents or Peach's parents that when we were podding and a gun went off and they got
Peach got hit in the leg. That's craziness.
That is fucking nuts. But I mean, I'm glad no one was hurt. But also putting that out, like we're acting like the cops are not on watching podcasts.
Yeah, but depending on what state or city they're in, that's probably legal to carry firearms. So it doesn't matter.
But like a 22 and had to be a 22 in them tight ass jeans. Fuck you.
Nah, that was not.
You couldn't even
that
see.
wasn't no 22. That was at least a Glock or something like that for sure.
Fucking idiot. That shit really pissed me off when Rory sent that to me. Cause just as production, I'm like, yo, that shit was aimed at like me. Like that's all I'm thinking about. Like
no, that could have hit somebody.
Yeah.
And don't do that
because that's leg level. That's like right here. So it's like
I'm shocked he didn't shoot himself.
Yeah,
that could have.
And then he just like, ooh, my bad.
Yeah, because he thought he was hit. He was waiting to feel that shit burning.
The other host said, who got shot? Yeah. That was the wildest. Yo, who got shot? Like, what?
Yeah, because everybody started moving behind the camera probably. So, at that point, you waiting to see somebody like, damn, did anybody get hit? That's lawsuit on their hands. But thankfully, nobody was hit.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys were fascinated with the fake guns at my house when we were recording there.
I was not fascinated.
They were also, none of them were loaded too. That was the other thing. The fuck are you doing?
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say
Thank you.
It's fine.
Thank you.
Say that. I'm chilling. 2025, I'm chilling all 2025.
No, you not. You don't even know how to chill.
I promise y'all. Tell me when I ain't chilling. I've been chill the first two episodes back.
The day after Super Bowl, I don't think you're going to be chilling.
I'm going to be chill, man. I might even go to the Super Bowl. That's how chill I am.
Yeah, I'm going to probably go to New Orleans and I'm booking my flight either Monday at 5 a.m. or Sunday, the latest flight, just to make sure I can get back here to record with you after that performance.
Yeah, I might go to the Super Bowl, depending on who's playing.
We should record in New Orleans.
I'm down. I had said to you if we needed to, I would be down to do it.
Yeah.
Ironically, the flights are not. I went and looked yesterday. The flights are not as crazy as I thought they were.
Oh, and after the tragedy last week, they even lowered, cheaper now. Listen, man. You know, it is what it is. I had nothing to do with it. I'm just telling you what it is.
We didn't think you did, babe.
I'm just saying. The flights are cheaper.
Congestion pricing in New Orleans would solve everything.
Yeah, that gentleman wouldn't have paid the toll to go run over people.
Hurricane's still gonna hit too.
Sorry, baby D. Do we have voicemails?
Yes, you do.
You've got mail.
Yo, what's up, Pod? Can y'all please help me with this situation because I'm truly puzzled. All right, so me and my sister have been debating on whether it's okay for a woman to approach a man. She says no matter the circumstance, the environment, the situation, a woman should never approach a man. And I think the opposite. There's a saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but how do you expect to catch a fish if you never go fishing? You know?
Facts.
Why she sound like she reading from Zane's Sex Chronicles? Like
she might have written down what she wanted to say, which
that's AI. See, that's not even a real person. You see how it feels different, Damaris?
I appreciate that more than people calling in and saying, yeah, because and repeating themselves. I actually appreciate what she did. So,
well, that was the end of it.
She goes on to that was the end of it. Yes, she wants to know: is it okay for women to approach a man or?
Of course, man. Where we at these days? Yes, that's totally fine. Women should shoot their shot.
In fact, I prefer it.
I love it.
Because like I said, I'm not going to be at nobody's podium talking about you was too aggressive, this, that, and the third. Like, listen.
It does bring some relief in how you can flirt if they pop it off first.
Yeah, like if a woman approach you and you could tell she's, sizing you up, eyeing you and all that, and she opening that door for that flirtatious energy. That's, for a guy like myself, I appreciate that. I welcome that.
And y'all are open to wife and women who slid on you first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't take that as thirsty.
No.
Or like you're the prize.
No, I don't look at myself like a prize. I'm just saying I like when a woman is aggressive because, again, it says something about that woman. It's like, okay, she's
knows what she wants.
She not only does she know what she wants, she obviously sees something in me. She's interested. She wants to talk. Yes, I'm opening up this conversation for, a different type of energy. It doesn't have to be, a casual conversation, but like, yeah, I'm feeling you. I like you. Like, what's your situation? Are you single? I like that. I like when women open up that door for that conversation.
And you're willing to still pursue them even after they do that. Because so my fear with that is because I've always been like super confident and aggressive. But what I've learned or what I've experienced is that sometimes when you do that, even if a guy does like you, the courting or the game that men play, the chase, because men do love chase, some more than others, but men do love the chase. They're not as involved in that chase or feel like they have to court as much because you've already shown that you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me personally, I can come at you, but if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'll back the fuck up. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah, you'll open the door.
Yeah.
But he has to take it from there.
Yeah, I can hand you the basket, but you got to shoot that motherfucker a couple times.
Yeah, hand you the basket is crazy. You're going to take the whole hoop down, huh, baby?
Yeah. I'll hand you the basket, the ball, all that.
Baby D going to take the whole hoop down and just give it to you. Like, here, nigga, play ball.
You still got to play ball.
She put the water in the base of the...
Yeah. She gonna do all that. Look, I set up the court, nigga. Go out there and hoop, nigga. Shit.
But what I've seen is that a lot of people won't do that to the extent because it's kind of like the chase factor is not there for them. So that's what I'm asking for you guys.
What I think a lot more women would do it. You know how women say men are usually jaded because they got their heart broken like 6th grade and still are not over it? I think women would like to shoot their shot, but one time in their life, they had the courage to do it and it didn't go the route they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And now they'll never do it. Yeah. Because women don't handle rejection well at all.
No.
I saw a woman post the other day that I'm still mad at Chrissy for proposing the gym. And I was like, damn, yeah, y'all still mad about that? Why? She wanted to propose to her man. See, what's the problem with that, baby?
You know what the fuck the problem is.
I don't.
Don't do that.
She was ready to get married and Jim wasn't moving fast enough.
Feminism and,
yeah, because he ain't want to get married. They still ain't married, is they?
I mean, it might be waiting for the right budget. I don't know. Like, you know, I'm saying VH1.
I know how much he making off them fucking tapes he releasing. The budget is there.
I mean, I just don't.
Jim is far from broke.
No, I'm just saying. No, maybe they want VH1 to, put it together.
They would have. VH1 would have.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't there rumors? And sorry, because I really don't know. Wasn't there rumors recently that they weren't together?
It was rumors that he was married to Brooke Bailey.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if that ever got confirmed.
That was so.
I didn't look into it.
Yeah, no, that was not true. That was false. But yeah, I do appreciate a woman. Now, there's levels to aggression though. Like, you can't walk up to me and tell me, yo, pull your shit out. Like, let me see how big it is. Like,
nah, that's wild. No,
you see what I'm saying? But women do that though.
They definitely do that.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like that is like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's kind of fly one because I say, I'm like, yo, you flirting with me? Like, I'm that guy. Like, I go right. Once I see a woman is flirting, like, I say it. And if she flirts, it's like, okay, we got a flirt Olympics right now.
But then she say, yeah, what up? Why?
Oh, you can't talk to me like that. I'm the wrong. I'm the
But
wrong.
that's what I'm talking.
I'm the wrong guy to say, yeah, so what's up? Like, nah, don't talk because now I don't know, because then you don't want me to, don't call me into that ring to do that, because you can't do that with me. Like, you're gonna lose that. I'll flirt all night with a girl and never see her again. Like, I'm the king of that. Like, we'll flirt all night. And
you're a Libra. That's what Libras do.
I don't know if it's because of when I was born.
Of why you do
that?
Is it for a void that you're filling or validation? Why do you play with people's emotions?
It's because it's fun to him.
Why do I play with people's emotions? She started flirting with me.
Mm-hmm. And but you were flirting with no intention, which, by the way, I've done countless times.
Yeah,
it's fun to flirt.
It's healthy to flirt with no intention. It's people do it on social media every day. It's fun to do that. It's like, but then when you be like, yo, so what's up when we going out? I'm like, what? We ain't never linking in real life. It's like, oh, okay, that was just for the.
So then why would you? So then that's why women are asking. Like, that's why women are asking this. Because if we flirt all night and then I ask, and then I tell you, because I've had men that come in my inbox.
But just because I'm flirting with you don't mean I want to. Just because I'm flirting with you don't mean I want to hang out though.
Well, then you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm flirting don't mean I want to like go get dinner and hang out, and that don't mean that.
And that's why women are afraid to approach, because they don't know if they just a game to you. Like, I'm flirting to get somewhere, and you flirting.
Men can feel validated.
You flirting to marry?
I've definitely I've flirted to marry before.
How? You don't even know him.
Well,
you're flirting to date. And they call it dating with intentions, that you are dating someone with the idea that this would be a long-term thing once you get to know them.
Okay,
you're not dating just to fuck.
All right, so what if a woman approaches me, she starts flirting, I think she's attractive. Mm-hmm. So okay, I flirt back. But in the flirting, I kind of learn things about her, and I'm like, yo, that ain't really my like you know what I'm saying? Because that happens. Like, we could both be flirting.
At FS1 and like
she could say something, and I'm just like, I don't know. That wasn't
like what? What's an example of what she could say in a flirting session in the grocery store that can make you go, eh?
I'm just saying, it's just, it depends. I don't know. I just certain things that she might, in the conversation, that you just might be like, that was a little bit of a turn off, but whatever. Like, if she has 3 kids, 2 baby daddies. I don't know. Who
flirts and that information comes out?
What you mean? I got to ask her if she has, you have a family, you're single, what's your situation?
That's a crazy question at the produce.
No, it's
and
not.
You can tell by like what's in her cart. Like, clearly,
yes, that's what I'm saying. If I see some fucking Capri Suns, I'm like, all right, you not busting down.
They're mine.
Nah, dog.
Those are all mine.
Nah, if you got the variety box of Capri Suns,
I like variety.
You better have some kids. Don't tell me these is for you. You put these in your fridge at work. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me
snacks, all that shit.
Nah. How many? Okay, so where's the rascals? I get right to it once I look at the shopping cart.
Where's the rascal?
Where's the rascals? Like, they not here. Like, school. All right. How many? How many kids you got? 3. Okay. Father around. You still.
That's what you bust out in the first combo.
Is the father around?
Yeah,
yo, that's
a crazy question.
In the flirting session, like.
We're flirting.
That's
I need to know if your fucking kid's father. Y'all still live together? You like what's your y'all single? Like, were you single? What are we doing here?
I think there's a.
Can I come over and get comfortable, or I gotta have my Glock in my pants like homie on the podcast?
There's another. I need to know if I need to about that of like, oh, I don't want to disrespect the man of that. Like, you could find a cuter way to ask that question.
I ain't trying to find.
They all got the same pops.
You still with your kid's father?
That's not flirting.
And what if she says which one?
On a date.
I don't want to find that out at the date. I'm not going to find that out before I start spending money on you. Like, nah, I want to find that out before we hit the checkout aisle. I'm going down.
Who's you going to buy her groceries?
I'm getting avocados like you are. Yo, what's up? Your kid's father still in the picture?
Yo.
Yeah, hand me that pair. Yeah, a word? Nah, locked up. Okay. How many? 2 baby daddies?
Wait, first of all, what supermarket are we in?
No way, it's Whole Foods.
I don't know. Why
This is
not?
The
definitely
aisle's
C-Town
not
for
long
sure.
enough for that.
Yeah, you in Whole Foods.
C-Town special. Key
Ah,
Foods?
it's Whole Foods, man. Trader Joe's. They in there. Baby mamas is in Trader Joe's. They get that check every month. Yeah, they spending that bag.
First of all, Trader Joe's is
Good
actually
snacks.
more affordable than people think. But to have the baby mother with 2 baby fathers, both locked up, 3 kids, I just don't know if
I didn't
she's
say
in
locked
Trader
up.
Joe's.
I didn't say locked up.
You just said that.
I said, where is he? Is he still in the picture?
And then you said locked up? All right, cool.
Okay, yeah. Is he locked up? Great. How much time he got?
Life.
Oh, yeah. So what's up? What time you need me to pick you up? 'Cause he ain't coming home. We ain't worried about him. But yeah, that's a valid question, baby D. Is the kid's father still in the picture?
On the date, not
Yeah.
on the flirting
That's
session.
a date question.
How is that? Y'all are crazy. So I'm going to find out on the date that her and this nigga is still together?
No, not together. That she has 2 baby fathers out of the 3 kids.
Or if you ask, yo, you single? That's it. You don't gotta, yo, your baby, are you single? That's it. I feel like that's flirting. Like if we're in the grocery store aisle and we, making eyes at each other and you walk up like, yo, you single? Like that's
Yeah,
flirting.
but what if her question is something that throws you off where she not saying yes, but she ain't saying no?
Well, then don't go on a date, Mo.
What if she says some shit like, it depends? Y'all
That's
love
me.
that.
That's what-
Exactly. Y'all love it. It depends. Y'all love throwing the it depends. It depends on who's asking. Bitch, I'm asking. Like, who else you standing in the aisle forward
Yo.
right now? I'm asking.
First of all, in the supermarket saying, yo, my friend wants to talk to you would be the wildest. It's me asking.
Yeah, like I'm asking
my
you.
friend in aisle 3
Are you
trying to talk to
single? It depends on who's
Yeah,
asking.
you might be trying to hook me up with like your, anybody, your dad, somebody,
My
anybody.
dad.
At the supermarket?
Like, what
That's my pops type right there.
Yo, you my pop. Yeah, you ain't for me, but I could call Pocket FaceTime Pops right now. Who does that?
Or like if you got a brother and it's like, yo, this is like my brother's like genuine type. Or it could be somebody that you recognize.
And listen, they my
If my
That's
brother
a
got a
red
huge
flag.
crush
They my
on you.
brothers for a reason.
If a girl came up to me and said she wanted to hook me up with her homegirl and showed me in a supermarket a photo of her, I would be terrified. That's like murder shit to me.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
The
you
fuck
got
did you show me
I got
a
a
photo of
friend
I got a
so
friend
I'm-
that's
so
not
I'm-
even here?
So I'm having so I'm not really talking for the masses with this conversation. I'm kind of talking about us because we are public figures, right? So people know us that we don't know. So if somebody might come up in the grocery store and be like, yo, my homegirl has the biggest crush on you, like da-da-da-da, that type of thing. Like, she fire, here, show it. You not interested? If she bad, if the homegirl IG go crazy, she only got 250 followers, no kids. Come on, y'all
250,
y'all
no
folding.
kids.
Y'all folding.
I'm gonna be surprised I ain't following her. Right? Like,
Yeah, it's like 9 soft. That's the girl
250
version.
followers, bad, no kids. Nah, you just named. That's the Loch Ness monster you just named. Right, that
But-
shit don't exist.
Remember, I told a story a long time ago on this podcast of when Mandy was out at a party one night and that happened to her. Like a girl had said she had a crush on me and Mandy FaceTimed me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what you want me to do?
So awkward. Now we just looking at
You
each
want, me,
other.
you want me to drive from Jersey to
And
Brooklyn?
you know your face
'Cause
look
you told me-
wild. Your face look wild fat on FaceTime too. Look like you looking through the Ring camera. So now you just sitting there. Now you sitting there looking. Now you sitting there looking stupid. Like, yeah, it's like, yo, what's up? You gonna say what's up twice maybe, and then
Nah,
be like,
y'all
yo,
ain't got no riz. Yo, what's up? Oh, you got a crush on me? Say word. What's your name? What's your
say
IG?
word.
I know I got no
Saying say word while somebody's holding the phone.
say word.
People just don't know how to flirt. I'm telling you. Try to flirt with somebody and that don't know how to flirt. It's the funniest shit ever.
I got caught on Saturday. I wouldn't have replied, but I did leave there thinking, what would I have said if that was even a situation? A girl came up to me and said, "Hey, handsome," and batted her eyes, and I froze up.
Oh, she
It wouldn't have been a thing regardless, but I was trying to think in the hypothetical, like I wouldn't even know what to say back to you
bro, you should have just,
over the Jersey club music.
she was an escort, bro.
Swing that shit.
No, she can't just like Rory.
She's selling ass, man. Where you was at a party?
Yeah, it was at the Founders Day shit.
Oh,
There
she
was-
was selling
She
pussy.
was not selling
She was
pussy.
not
All right,
selling
man.
pussy.
Y'all swear until y'all see
No,
the
you
tax
swear
returns.
every girl selling pussy.
Not every girl, just the girls that's selling pussy. It's a difference. She was selling ass. Hey, handsome.
first
What
of
was
all,
it? 2 eye bats?
I'm that.
It was
like,
2 eye bats?
Yeah.
That's 200. She was like, it costs $200 to hit.
That's not. I'll
Oh,
definitely
she
hit
had
a
the
nigga with a-
$200 eyelashes that look
Yeah,
great.
that's-
I've
Get
hit a
my
nigga
lashes
with a
fixed.
hey
What the fuck?
handsome, and I don't sell pussy. I've hit a nigga with a hey handsome.
But you don't blink twice.
Nah, I looked them
I'm
up
a
and
little
down.
offended. Like I'm
And walked
that
away.
non-desirable that a woman would find me handsome at a party. Like,
Thank
that's
you.
crazy.
No, I'm
She
not saying.
has to be a prostitute,
Yeah,
right?
she
no
finds-
one would like me.
No, she finds you handsome, but you got to pay to play.
You don't think Rory could get pussy for free?
I
I've never paid for pussy.
I hope he would.
The only pussy I've ever gotten is free.
You never paid for. We're not doing this. It's 2025. Lie to me. Lie to me. Tell me lies. Make it sound good. Make it sound. You never paid for pussy.
No.
He's lying. It's documented on camera. You told me you paid for pussy before.
No, I paid for pussy for Damaris.
No. That was.
I have taken women out on dates. Like, yeah, I've paid.
That's not paying.
I've paid.
That's
Money was
not
attached.
paying for pussy, man. I'm talking about send the wire, send the Zelle.
1.5, right?
Oh no, bro. Let me tell you something. If I ever find
The only thing that's on camera was Damaris' birthday when I paid for pussy for her.
no, I think this was years ago.
Who?
Paid for
I don't know
pussy,
who the young
I ain't
lady
get.
is. I don't
What
know
you
who it
pay
is.
for?
But yeah, you definitely said you paid for pussy before. Because I was
No.
always on the side of I've never done that.
Neither have I.
Okay, my bad. I could be wrong. I stand corrected if I'm
Here's
wrong.
why I would not pay for pussy. It's not on a moral fucking ground. I'd have to wear a condom. I'm not doing that.
No, you don't. Depending on how much you pay.
I don't have that much money.
Depending on how much you pay. No, you don't. No, I know somebody that.
Yo,
Listen.
are you good?
My bad. All right, I'm sorry. So yes, young lady, we do think that it's okay to flirt with men, to be aggressive. I think it's actually kind of sexy when a woman approaches a guy and, you know, she's confident and she's, you know, she can hold a conversation and let a guy know, hey, listen, I would like to hang out, spend more time with you. Let's go on a date. Like, I think that's fly.
Yeah.
Why not?
Bag me. Let me be the little spoon. Like, take me out.
Yeah, bag me. Bag me.
Get me lit.
2025, bag me.
Bag me?
Bag me in 2025. If you out there, bag me. Let me see something.
Yeah.
I mean, because women, y'all be talking like guys don't know how to flirt. They don't know how to court.
We don't.
All right, well, let's see if you know how to flirt. Just flirt. I ain't saying you got to court me and all. I could take it from there. But let me see we need to see what women flirt like.
Well, Ma, can you teach me how to, my flirting is very like, I don't know. I need to learn how to flirt.
Rule number 1 to flirting, don't ask for his IG.
Oh, I don't give anybody my IG. I give them my false, like my Finsta. Because
I'm out the
because
game. What's wrong
men
with
get
that?
my IG and think they know me because of this fucking podcast or because I have a lot of followers, they think they know me. They think I'm the girl. I'm the lot of followers girl.
But why
It's
give
like,
your
you don't know
Finsta
me.
though? Just don't give them nothing.
Yeah.
Don't even give them the Finsta.
Because I don't want niggas to have my phone number.
Oh, you mean like you trying to avoid giving them the number?
Yeah.
So get a
Give me your
Google number.
Facebook.
Give them somebody the
Oh,
Facebook.
no, that's worse.
Wait, I got to download an app on my phone to talk to you? Like, nah, I'm not doing that.
You could do WhatsApp.
That's
Okay.
crazy. I'm not doing that.
I'm not texting nobody through WhatsApp that lives in America. Well, yo, we live in the same country. I'm not using WhatsApp to talk to you.
What's wrong with what's your IG line?
You know, I fumbled the bag of all bags when we was in LA.
We
that time.
know.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
it go.
yeah.
I'm hurt, Baby D. See, she was Baby D.
You're trying to speak it back into
but
existence.
Baby D wasn't
Maybe
there.
she'll
She
listen
don't,
one
you
day.
don't know what I'm talking about,
I
Baby
know
D.
exactly what you're talking about.
Nah,
Let it go.
Baby
You gotta
D.
let that
Listen,
shit go,
I think
bro.
I'm with her. In 2025, you do need to get this off your spirit.
No, I'm not
It's
still.
been holding you down.
I'm not still.
It's a weight.
No, I'm not still thinking about
Your lower
it.
back
But
is
when
hurting.
it comes up, I'm just like, damn, that was the fumble of all fumbles right there.
But maybe that was God keeping you from something that would have ruined you.
Talk to me, Baby D. Now, see, this is why you in the room.
What's
Talk
meant
to
for
me.
you will never miss you.
Talk to me.
Just saying.
Nah, sometimes
Talk
that
to me
shit'll-
crazy.
Sometimes that shit will miss you.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes you miss your blessing. Like we got to start admitting that sometimes.
Well,
like,
could be married with kids
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. We're happy as fuck.
yo, you missed your blessing. Okay. Sometimes you gotta tell your friends, yo, I'm happy for you, but yo, they outside. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy you got your family though.
And then as a wingman,
We could be out here cleaning up right now.
I assume I've seen my friend work before, and I assumed he was gonna close there, but
The 1 yard line. I dropped that motherfucker. And somebody kicked it right out of bounds.
like if that was the case, I would have like when she typed in her CVS shit and put her phone number, I would have tried to memorize it had I known you were gonna
No, that's
call.
creepy.
Yeah, see,
You
he
need
trying
to
to
go to
go.
jail.
He trying to go Dexter flow on them.
Jail.
For his happiness.
Nah, for my head, no, I'm cool. Do we have another voicemail? That was it.
Yeah, no, we have another one.
How's that Dexter shit?
We can do one more.
I remember
Your skin or
I
something?
remembered her CVS number. I'd have been like, what? Like, how you do that?
Maybe we'll on Patreon, me and Marla sit next to each other. He could teach me how to flirt. We could practice flirting.
Baby, I can't take that shit. I'm gonna be laughing too much.
I'm gonna be laughing too, but we gotta try.
I can't do that.
We
with
gotta
you.
try.
Just every time you say something, I'm gonna just start laughing. Like, all right, baby, this is what you would say.
We are getting our acting back.
I want to see you rope a guy in and then do the 1 digit off trick and see if he'll do it.
Okay.
where you leave the last number, or he has to figure it out.
Maybe they definitely do that and then tell him if you really want to talk to him again, you'll figure it out and then walk off on a nigga. You've definitely done that before.
Nah.
Where you from? Guess the area. She don't give the area code. That's what baby don't do.
That's sick. Especially in New York, that's
She
sick.
don't give the area
Nigga,
code.
they're just 917-646-718.
He in there panicking. Yo,
At
where she
this
said she
point,
from?
Like that shit is just an inconvenience at this point. Because now I'm just gonna have to text 9 different people good morning.
Yeah.
Until somebody like now you're just giving me a task that is not even gonna prove if I will be persistent or not. This is just annoying. This is gonna take me 9 minutes.
You ever text the scammers back?
Of course.
I love having fun
Hell
with
yeah.
the scammers. When they be like, you have a package at
Yeah.
UPS.
Oh yeah, love
We
it.
need you to be like, cut the shit, man. This 2025 just started. Stop.
Oh, I
Leave
love
them
all
people
the
packages alone.
crypto shit. I always, if I'm bored on a flight or something, will reply on my requests of just like, yo, I'm all the way in. Tell me what I gotta do. So how am I turning this 5 into 500? Like, wait, all you need is my Cash App and my debit card, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Just tell me what.
Y'all ready for number 2?
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? My name is L. I'm from North Carolina. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing God's work with this podcast.
Big
Keep
LA.
going. But I'm gonna get right to it. What do you do when you have met your sexual match? And I mean meeting somebody that not only matches your freak, but exceeds your freak meter. I'm 31. I've had my share of flings in my day. I've probably only been on like 2 or 3 serious relationships, but I'm used to being the freak in the relationship. I'm used to being the one that wants to have sex all the time. But in this recent relationship, I can't keep up. If I'm being honest, I can't keep up. The first 2 weeks, it was great. I'm like, oh man, I've met my match. You know what I'm saying? Wake up having sex, middle of the day sex before going to bed, public sex in the car. And
It's a long 2
we
weeks.
3 months in, and dog, I can't keep up. Like, and I know I'm gonna get roasted by y'all and the comments, but I like this outside of sex. I like this girl. I feel like we like each other, but I can't keep up. I've met my match. She has exceeded my freak meter. In y'all case, what would y'all do?
I'm not here to clown L at all. I'm here
I'm here
let
to
him
pray
know
for you, man.
that you can feel seen. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
It don't even be when you date a younger chick. It's when you date a girl in her 30s is when it's tough to keep up.
Yeah.
Young girls don't have sex drive like the women that are 34 years old right now.
Mm-hmm.
And men being 34, 35, we don't have the same sex drive that they have.
Mm-hmm.
They go into overdrive with their clock. I don't know what it is. I feel you, El. This shit is tough.
Yeah, man. I'm not here to laugh at you.
Get a honey pack, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Get a honey pack and some Douce and just
yeah, man. That's
pray to God. Just hold the sheets.
Or maybe, I mean, if she's into girls, maybe, I don't know.
You're gonna need a teammate, a sex toy or a teammate.
Yeah, like bring a girl in there, let them, lick on each other while you watch sports, and I don't know, something. I don't know. It's tough. When you can't keep up, when you realize it's a humbling thing, you're like, God damn, again? My nuts got a refill. Like they be ready to bounce on you in 12 minutes. Like, God damn, my nut's still wet. Like I just washed off with the rag. Just relax.
And the worst be when they have a crazy sex drive where you're like, yo, I'm like half hard. Like you just half masked at that point. And they're like, I don't care.
Who you
Like,
mean
nah,
don't
just
care?
like, all right, give me 5 more minutes.
Yeah, that's trying to put Jello through a keyhole. What you doing? Like I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing with this shit right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's, and if you ain't even like, if y'all close but you ain't there yet, well, you don't let her see your shit softy. Like, I'm not backing out the softy. Like
After
3 months.
3 months,
in.
you definitely
3 months? You're not seeing the softy. I'm sorry.
They
3 months?
They gotta have some blood flowing in it.
I'm 2 days.
2 days? You let them see the softy?
I don't give a fuck.
2 days is
I missed the
crazy.
softy. Leaving the bathroom. What's
2
up?
days?
Yeah.
Nah, not 2 days. She can't see you soft in 2 days.
Listen,
2
man,
days is too soon.
if you love me at my honey pack, love me when it's love me when it's just laying there like
Love me when it's dead.
this is when it's in its turtle shell.
laying like what? Rory, do it again.
That shit be looking pitiful.
Tell me about
And
it.
there ain't no blood in that motherfucker. Shit be looking pitiful. Nah, you backing out the
I
soft
used to be
is
that
crazy.
way, but like, the older I got, this is who I am, man.
Grown women do not care about that shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but 2
And
days.
then, like, I still beat.
I don't
and
know
you
how
enjoyed
grown
it,
you
so
are on 2 days. I don't know how grown you are on 2 days.
I first fucking night morning. What's up? This is my dick.
Have you met him yet? Like,
This is my morning dick.
Women really don't care. Like, we don't care about that shit. We really don't care about
Now,
that.
if you don't like lay it down and do your best performance on the first night, now I'm gonna hide my soldier. She not seeing soft until I knock it out. Because then at that point she's like, all right, cool, I get it.
how long you got to know a girl before you have sex with the lights on?
First day.
Sex with the lights on first day?
Yeah.
Rory is a sick nigga.
First day out.
Or I don't have like intimacy issues like you guys do. What's wrong with fucking with the lights on? Y'all be fucking people you don't find attractive?
No, I mean, yeah.
I want to
find
see
it-
that.
But I'm not saying pitch black room, but like you have the lights on.
Like
not
these
just
motherfuckers?
Not just, like these. You don't have the TV on, just the TV.
No, unlike y'all, I've not fucked in this office. I've
Like-
not
TV or just all lights on in the room.
either or.
Nah.
I'm not fuck you under fluorescent lighting. I'm not that confident yet to fuck you under fluorescent lighting the first time. That's crazy. You could see my veins through my skin.
Yeah, like if you could see her balloon knot first night.
That's why I got the lights on.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about first night
I don't
lights
know
on.
about first
Now, morning sex, the room is a little lit up. Sun is up.
But daylight is like flattering. So like in daylight, I look like caramel. Fluorescent light and I look like gray. Like, nah, we not
All right,
doing
so first of all, y'all are fucking this person before both y'all brush your teeth, but the lights is where we draw the line.
No, I always get up and brush my teeth before she wakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and scavenge through his shit
I agree.
and find
If
the
I have the
mouthwash.
option, yes, I'd rather go brush my teeth and she brushes her teeth. But y'all about to tell me in the years that you guys have been sexually active, you are not having morning sex before the teeth were brushed.
And
Only with people
but we-
I've been with for
yeah,
years.
if we together, then yeah, of course.
Man, you at her crib, you don't have a toothbrush there, and she want to give you some pussy in the morning, you fucking.
She got some mouthwash, something. We gotta knock this dragon off the
Something.
mouth a little bit.
So a bottle of water.
Yeah, we gotta go sweet. We gotta just drink some tea, something like. I'm not
tea
just.
will make it worse.
But you're getting the
Nah.
morning
Tea
breath
make your
head,
breath.
right?
Tea is
Huh?
dehydrating.
The morning breath head, right? It's a little warmer.
Now that's crazy.
I don't care what time it is. It's warm.
You
That mouth be warm.
morning
10
breath
hot
head
morning
is
breath.
10
wild.
p.m.,
So-
10 a.m. That mouth warm.
Talk
Don't
about someone specific.
No, women, yeah.
don't try
women.
to eat my pussy with the bacteria from last night's steak and Stella Artois in your
It's
mouth.
different though, because y'all have an open wound. You could a dirty mouth on a dick is fine.
And then I'm supposed to go sit on that same.
It's your mouth.
No, it's not. But it's back. You carry bacteria in your mouth. You need to wash your mouth
Bacteria everywhere.
before you put your
God
mouth on
made dirt.
anything.
Dirt don't hurt.
I just all right. So, do y'all have sex with a person for the first time? Have you ever had sex with a person for the first time and it was like morning, like daylight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it didn't happen the night before. Like we were either too tired or something. Yeah, and then fucked in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Y'all niggas be in love with y'all flings.
100%.
It was supposed to be a fling. It lasted too long.
10 years. A fling lasted 10 years. Look at
tenor?
Baby D fling. Nigga, 10 years. You did a,
I've
y'all,
never
y'all
had
did
a
a bid.
successful. I've never had a successful fling. Like when I went into it for it to be a fling,
Mhm.
it never relationship.
Turned into a thing.
Mhm.
Mm.
Every time.
Yeah, Baby D, you look like you can't have sex with somebody and that just be sex. You look like it's like a nigga sign a contract once he have sex with you. Like, nigga, we go together.
Nah, it's not always me that is the one that's trying to write shit down in ink. Niggas have gone into things thinking it was
Talk
gonna be a
that
fling and
shit,
then
baby
it's
D.
Going
just-
to therapy for
So
it.
you gonna turn them every which way but loose?
You sounded like Shorty when she was reading off the paper about the fish in the sea. If you don't
Nah,
go
she's
fishing.
that was Chat GBT. Did she tell us her name?
She said her name.
She ain't
Ew.
give us no name. That was
Well, we
Chat GBT.
We didn't give Elle advice. Elle, I think the best
We
way to
did.
go
Go
about,
get your girl a girlfriend.
or a honey pack. But also, I don't know, maybe he could give that speech of like, I feel like we're rushing too much into the sexual shit. And like, maybe we should ease back and get to know each other on like a
Nah,
human
he
level.
can't.
Women
tell
aren't
her
gonna
that.
take that. If I'm a super sexual person and you tell me that, I'm gonna take like women don't take rejection well, like you said. I would think something was wrong.
Mm.
Something is wrong. Or you can't keep up with, either something is wrong or you can't keep up with my sex drive. Either way, now I no longer want to have sex with you. Because now
you really like a
now
guy.
you're making me feel mad horny. Like now I feel nasty. Like now when I'm coming on to you, I feel like some nasty horny bitch. Like no, see now I'm never trying to fuck you ever again.
Do it have to be?
See, that's an awful. I get that perspective, but also it takes blood rushing to my dick for us to fuck, and sometimes I can't control that. It's not a you thing. I just can't fuck 10 times a day like I used to.
Is it you just y'all you want sex or you just want to orgasm? Because like if he can eat you out until you come, then that should suffice, right?
Don't put that on him because now don't do that to him because now you signing him up for some shit he probably don't feel like doing.
I mean, that's his girl.
But I don't want you to give me head if you're not horny. If you're giving me head just like for the fuck of it, don't do that. Please.
Oh,
no.
I've had
That's
that.
a relationship. Though.
I've had that before.
What? Just say some.
Just like a girl give you head and you could tell she ain't horny, but like her rent was due. So it was like,
And now I'm the one that paid for pussy.
no, I didn't say I didn't pay for anything. She was just, she was fucked up and she was depressed.
I feel like the rent due head would be crazy though.
Nah, she was depressed because she knew she wasn't getting it from me. Like,
So now she's just sucking dick.
yeah, like you know. What I'm
You
saying?
said you're not gonna end up on the podium?
Who, me? Why? No, that was
Fuck with you.
consensual. That was. I got the text messages. I'm like whack. I got text messages from my Nextel. I don't play no games.
Just flipping over your sidekick.
Yeah, I keep all my old phones. I ain't playing no games. I ain't won't catch me in no bullshit.
Has Wack been pulling up text messages? I haven't been keeping up with the latest no jumper.
Nah, I mean, after the whole debacle outside the Adam studio,
Mhm.
I seen him and Wack sat down and talked about the whole situation. Adam was a little mad. And,
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
yeah, but I didn't really get into it, man. But I know I could see Adam was definitely he trying to distance himself as far away from that as he possibly can. But Adam is fucked up. What he gonna do? Tell Wack he can't come back up there? Like, Wack,
it is definitely
that's
their
Wack
biggest
show now. That's Wack studio. That's Wack run that shit, man. Hey, Adam, you just the face, man.
I mean, it's tough because he's made his brand that. So like that comes with it.
No, but according to Adam, that's not his brand.
He has the porn brand and that and gang brand.
Yeah, but he's saying nah. Now you know how it is. Now he's trying to distance himself. I'm a non-violent person.
Well, he always
know,
was, but that's fine.
Yeah, but now people getting beat up outside your studio. A lawsuit is coming behind that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so Adam, he trying to distance himself as far away from it as he possibly can. But I do think obviously he's gonna have to cooperate at some level. I think Adam, they're gonna ask him for security footage. They're gonna ask him for,
and I think he'll cooperate. Not that anyone would expect the opposite. But at some point,
you think Adam will give information that may incriminate Wack?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
And because it's not a knock per se at Adam. He's just an admitted civilian that
no, I get that.
Has said that he would. in that situation do something.
I would just.
Which is cool. He's a tax-paying civilian.
I would be very. I'm looking forward to if Adam does cooperate with an investigation that may incriminate Wack. I'm waiting to see what comes after that because obviously Adam and Wack have probably the biggest show on Adam's platform right now.
I would say so. Yeah, it's a good show.
That would naturally disturb that, maybe put an end to that show. It would just be interesting to see what happens as a result of that. That's all.
I mean, with Adam, I just feel like we've been to that compound. He does do a good job with security. People vetted. Like it's ran well as far as in the building, but
yeah. Naturally, you can't control what happens outside.
I don't really have sympathy is that if a lot of your brand is gang member street stuff, like you can only prevent so much. Gang members are going to gang member.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have as much as I feel for Adam because he wasn't part of that, and he's going to get sued. No one else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did you expect to happen?
Yeah,
gang members are going to gang member.
I get it.
Like, here's what it is. Damaris, I saw that you had on our list. I have not been keeping up with the Megan gossip. I'm shocked you didn't want to start with this.
You disrespect me every pod. Keep going.
What?
What happened with Meg now?
So Megan went public with Torrey Craig, the basketball player, I'm assuming. He's a basketball player? Yeah, y'all know the sport shit, not me. Okay, so Torrey is a basketball player. Megan went public with him, posted a picture with him, and immediately
Didn't they go public already?
Well, yeah, I think that it had been rumored. They had been seen out together, but she posted a picture with him. That's the official going public.
New Year. It was a soft launch before.
Yeah.
Then he kept acting right for another 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a full out rebrand.
And now this side, some girl is coming out saying she was the side chick and he cheated on her. And he originally came down to Houston to see her, but he just, since she wasn't available, he went to Megan Thee Stallion.
Didn't he have some crazy text messages that she leaked?
But
he was telling her to milk her, like squeeze the milk out her titties or something like that.
Yeah.
This is what L's going through. Can't match, like when you meet your match in the freak department.
So he's alleging that she is that she is making fake DMs and fake text messages. That they're not real.
He fighting that.
The side chick is saying that he cheated on Megan, or
that he's been fucking with her since June, I want to say.
Can you cheat on the side chick?
No, but the side chicks don't care now.
But she's saying she's not the side chick. She's dating him. Yeah,
She's dating. No, you're the side chick. That's what happens. Side chicks go on dates.
Or you're just a chick that he's fucking. Yeah. Not even a side chick. You're just one of.
And I don't believe her. And this is why I don't believe her, because she's doing like so much that it's just kind of like you give that you're going for clout, not that you're the actual like side chick.
But what would be the only response to all of that would be for quote unquote clout. Why on earth would you go public with that?
Yeah.
What are you getting out of it?
Well, no, I'm saying if she was somebody that he was truly dating, like really dating, and your feelings are hurt, and it's like, no, fuck out of here. Like you dating me, but you popping out with Megan Thee Stallion, but we're really dating. That's what she's trying to make it seem like it is.
Public isn't going to get him to love her. Like if you're doing that, you're doing it for attention.
I think some people. Okay, yes. It could be that you're doing it for attention, but I've also seen that happen with normal people, and it's not for attention. It's for my feelings are hurt and you playing in my fucking face.
First of all, anytime you go to social media with anything, you're doing it for attention. You're not doing it for awareness. She's doing that for attention.
No, I completely believe that she's doing it for attention, but I also don't believe that she's the actual side chick. That's what I'm saying. But
you don't think he fucked with her at all?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think
he fucked with her.
You think so?
Absolutely. These ball playing niggas, they fuck anything.
Is that dirty macking?
How? I don't know that nigga. Like, I said dirty macking. I don't know.
Confirm or
I don't know him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope Meg has a successful and fulfilling relationship.
I hope so, man. Meg deserves a real loving, healthy relationship. She does.
She deserves to not have her name in the media.
She just gotta have
bullshit.
I think some people just don't have. And I'm understanding this more and more. I'm understanding that people just don't have a certain level of discernment. And I think Meg may be one of those people that just, she doesn't, discernment is not her strong suit. If we look through her history of guys that she's attached herself to and, given time of day to, it's just like, what did you think was going to come out of that?
Yeah.
Discernment, right? Just have a little more discernment.
Okay, I'll say that to certain things. I'm not going to say that to her getting shot.
No, I never said that.
Yeah.
I never said that. I never said that. I'm just saying practice discernment when it comes to the type of energy, the type of guys you let around you, the type of guys you're intimate with. Women, not just Meg, humans, people.
Yeah.
Practice more discernment. That's all.
Yeah, but sometimes when people are admittedly going through grief, depression, probably an alcoholism habit, you tend to make very awful decisions.
Oh yeah,
and then you find out your self-worth is nothing, and then you have to come out of that.
For sure.
And
there's
also,
no judgment in it, but
we listen.
There is judgment if you don't learn from it eventually.
And I also haven't met anybody in their early 20s with great discernment. I feel like sometimes because Meg is so tall in the shit that she raps about, and she's so like voluptuous, that people forget that when the majority of these decisions were being made, she was like 24 years old.
If that, yeah.
She's young, but I mean,
that's young. You can't tell a 24, 23-year-old have better discernment. They don't know what the fuck. They don't even know. They barely know what the fuck that mean. So it's just
they barely even know who they are themselves at that age.
No, exactly. So like, how the fuck I'm gonna figure out what other people's flaws are? I barely know what my own. But Meg is that comes with growing.
She's 30 something now.
Now right? She's let me see. She might be 29 now.
Really? Meg's not even 30 yet?
She was young when she came out. She was in college when she came out.
Wow.
29
years old. Yeah.
She's yeah. Yep. She'll be 30 next month.
Okay. All right.
Well,
so she's 30.
Let's hope that these decisions were made with discernment. Because if not, just go be single and figure out who the fuck you are.
Meg, just go get you
a relationship is not going to save you if you're not a whole. So
yeah,
and now you got to deal with fucking Instagram and
see. That's why girls be having the soft launch. The soft launch was to kind of like
to fill it out for people to come out before
now
I really post.
now the rebrand happened. You know what I mean? The collab dropped, and here they come. See, this is what makes. So she was I'll give her. She was probably practicing discernment. Soft launch, kind of like
Still.
you know, we hang out, whatever, and still run into the bullshit.
And even after even after they took a picture of us, the paparazzi got us out at dinner in New York City. Like, you know, we've been seen together. Allegedly, he was still texting this girl. Like, he was texting this girl after that. So it's like, I don't know.
Maybe they
like,
weren't official. Because Meg would say in a rap that, hey, we're not dating. I could fuck with other dudes. She
True.
would say that.
Yeah.
By her hot girl logic. So maybe he was just being a hot boy. And now
Hot
it's
boy.
official.
And then she got burnt.
Yeah. And I feel like if this isn't it, I think the mall rebrand could be great for her.
Me and Meg?
Yeah.
No,
You're too
thank you.
short. Respectfully, I mean, you're not short as a man. You
I'm
feel
too
me?
short. She gonna say I'm too short, and she's fucking Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez shorter than
And DaBaby. She
did.
definitely has on record a
The
type.
baby. Them niggas is little
But
niggas.
I'm not saying you too short to fuck Meg. What I was saying is that you wouldn't fuck Meg because she's so tall. You wouldn't be with her. You wouldn't be with her because she's too tall.
I fuck chicks this Meg's height.
You would be with Meg knowing that Meg is that much taller than you?
Why not?
Okay.
I'm secure.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's more or less a personality thing.
Wait, you think any man based off how Meg Thee Stallion looks, let's forget, because we don't know her personally, how she looks, we would go, nah, she's too tall for me.
To be in a relationship with.
I would never.
Some men are very insecure about
I
that.
ain't one of them niggas.
Put on some 10-inch heels while you at it too. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care
Put
how-
that ass right next to my face when we out of dinner.
I don't care how tall she is.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what?
I'm not even gonna put on 40 below 10s. I put my regular flat shoes on and walk right next to
Baby
your
D,
ass.
I grew up in the park. I climbed trees, gates, all kind of shit.
Mm,
Meg is no problem.
okay.
Absolutely.
And 2025 is the short king year from what I saw.
I don't know about
Who?
that.
Where you saw that?
Twitter.
They said it's
You should log the
short
fuck
king.
off.
Yeah, Elon was saying that.
I love short kings. I'm short. I don't like dating no tall ass nigga that I gotta stand on my tippy toes to kiss. I don't.
How
like
tall is
that.
Meg? 5'9", 5'10"?
5'10", I think.
Oh, yeah, so she not that. You know, put them heels on. She's much taller, but nah. I could do that. I could do 5'10".
Okay.
Absolutely.
You gonna stay? I would stand on my tippy toes to kiss Meg. Would you?
I wouldn't have to, baby D. But it's okay.
If
Tippy
Meg
toes?
has 5-inch heels on.
tippy toes?
If Meg has 5-inch heels on.
You think I gotta stand on my
Ma,
tippy toes?
Yes, I do.
What's
yes, I
wrong
do.
with it? I've dated girls 5'10" that had heels on. What are you talking about, baby?
Okay. So Meg, so you telling
Tippy
me
toes?
Ma,
Baby D, I ain't
Ma,
had to
how
stand on my tippy toes in probably 20 some years.
how tall are you?
5'10".
At 5'9", I would have to stand on my tippy toes to kiss Meg, and I would do it.
You would no, you would not. What are you talking about?
She's 5'10",
on
I'm
your tippy
5'9",
toes?
and she has some heels on, depending on what heels, and Meg can afford some high fucking heels.
You think you would have to stand on your tippy toes?
My
promise-
heel would raise off the ground is
He
what I'm
ain't
saying.
flat-
Would not,
flat-footed.
man.
He
No,
ain't
would
flat-footed.
not. Man, y'all are crazy. She's not 6'10" with those heels on. What are you talking about?
All right, if I'm 5'9" and she puts on heels that would make her, what, 3-4 inches taller?
4 or 5, yeah.
That puts her, I'm not good at math.
6'2", 6'3"? You think you would have to stand on your tippy toes to kiss her?
Yes.
No, you would not. You're bugging the fuck out.
If I go
Crazy.
like this, I'm not at 6'3".
You're crazy, man. You would have to stand on your tippy toes.
He got to raise his head at least. He gotta tuck his head back.
She's looking down while I'm looking up,
For sure.
for sure. Without question, which I'm fine with. Let the paparazzi grab that.
Look down on me, queen. look down at your king.
I submit.
Yeah.
I'm at your service.
See, that's how secure I am. I look down on your king. Yeah, I'm right here.
So like Kevin Hart and his wife.
Yeah, but I mean, that's wedding heels too and all that, but
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I could stand on the couch at the club. Yeah. I'd figure it out.
That's all I'm trying to tell you. You'll figure it
Yeah,
the fuck
figure it out.
We're both the same height when we lay down.
Remember when niggas used to try to get that off?
Yes.
I'm taller than her when I'm hitting it from the back. What?
That is true.
No, you not.
Not.
Because
No,
now
it's
I gotta
not.
climb on the bed because I can't stand up and you can't stand up. So now the knees gotta be on the bed.
Nah, that's when you're supposed
not
to just
necessarily
put the phone book on the floor for him. See, you ain't understanding queen. That's your problem now.
Who still has a phone book?
What the fuck you
The
about?
yellow pages? Yeah.
They still get shipped to your house?
No. That would be.
I have not gotten
If I
yellow
open my
pages in the
door and
mail
see
in
yellow
so
pages
long.
sitting there, I'm calling the fucking Homeland Security. There's a
Yeah.
bomb in front of my door.
Anthrax and that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we get out of here, obviously I've seen some comments on Twitter, on IG. Clearly, Julian is no longer with the podcast. We wish him the absolute best. Love to him. But yes, he's no longer part of the pod. Appreciate all the contributions and salute to him. And I think that's it. We'll be back
In a
2,
couple
3,
days.
4 more times. Patreon.com/New Rory and Mall. See my 2025 predictions that I smoked already out the gate.
You're off to a good start.
I think I might bat 1,000. I think out of all 50 that I wrote,
It's some
I think
crazies
all
on
of them.
It's some crazies on your list. There's some wild shit on your list for sure.
Really?
Absolutely.
You don't think we'll get a Jelly Roll and Nas song this year?
It won't happen.
That wasn't on my list, but I would love to hear that.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad at it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I love Jelly Roll, man.
Yeah, I love him too.
But cool. We'll talk to you guys very soon.
Be safe, be blessed. Have a good week. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.